Blackballed. Blackballed. Blackballed.
You know what the three most exciting sounds in the world are?
Breakfast is served, lunch is served, dinner.
No.
The gurgle of a bong, the click of a switchblade, and the moan of a satisfied whore.
What is up, everybody? My name is James DeFiore, and this is Blackballed Casual Friday. Welcome to the show. Ryan, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Take me out. I got to mix a drink, intro your show, and I'll be back.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I took my beat away. Now it's just me. What is up, everybody? My name is James DeFiore, and this is Blackballed. I am very stoned. Ryan is probably tipsy. I would imagine he is going to mix another drink as well. I don't know if he came back or not, or if he's even left yet. But here's the thing. Ryan is the kind of the unwitting co-host. I'm sort of like, hey man, you want to do the show? He's like, sure. And then I just put out the fucking promo on the day of. I don't confirm it with him. I just figure, I'm not going to give him an out, or the out's going to have to be spectacular. So he's willing to come back and put up with my shenanigans and do the show. He comes armed with a new weapon, and I know he's very proud of this weapon. He is extraordinarily pleased with himself that he has a piece of technology that he can now utilize in order to add the kind of panache to a podcast that is reminiscent of a guy on the radio in 1988, maybe on The Hog or something like that. And I actually really like it because there's a modern take to it in that it's 2023. So, oh wait, almost 2023. He's still behind in the times. He's still a little bit 2022ish, but he will be 2023. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I'm just going to do it. Do you guys ever get shred when you buy weed at a dispensary, at a legal dispensary on the reserve? Anyways, shred. Gnarberry, or I guess Gnarberry. I bet that G is silent. It's quite good, and it's really cheap. You can get like a quarter ounce, a quarter ounce for like $29.95. And I'm just saying, Ryan, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm talking about the price point of weed and how little they charge if it's already broken up for you in a convenient manner. I guess the culture of weed is so beholden to the bud that they want to, see how tight the bud is. And they want to like break it up themselves. But surprisingly, they don't want to buy it when it's like this. So this is sort of like the flower part of the bud that I guess falls off as they process it. And it's still a piece of a bud. So it's still weed, but it's already broken up and people don't like to buy it like that. So they sell it for really cheap. And that's what I buy. So
Is that called shake? Isn't that what they
shred.
call it? Shred?
Shred.
Oh.
It is sort of shake. I guess it's sort of shake, but it's like the primo shake. And shake always has a negative connotation, like it's not the same amount of THC, but it totally is. Like it's just, anyways.
Big shout out to Karima. Thank you for noticing that. I will change it.
What happened?
James is too high.
Oh, I'm not Ryan Lindley. What the fuck's going on with that?
There, I got you.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah. Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. You need to. Can you turn up your mic a little bit?
I sure can. Is that any better right there?
That is better. That's good.
Okay.
That's good right there.
Good.
I'm good.
I'm just getting used to this board. So
I like I'm coming off. I'm coming off a week of like I was really mad at myself that I didn't do a show yesterday, and I just didn't do. I just didn't do one. I just didn't do it. I was.
Did you have one planned and you canceled it, or?
Yeah, I totally did. And I'm not going to say who the guest was, but
Randy Hillier.
Oh, James, I'll show you what democracy is all about.
He's back on Twitter as of right now, by the way.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. They reinstated. Elon gave him his account back as of like an hour or two ago, I think.
Well, he won't come on my show because of quote that motherfucker Dean Blundell, which would have sounded like this. That James, that motherfucker Dean Blundell. I cannot come on his network in good conscience, James.
James, that Dean Blundell is a sucker mother, and I can't deal with him. It's against my freedoms.
I didn't really like the way you spoke with my daughter, James. She was right when she said I was always right, James. All right, it's fading, so I'm going to stop now.
It's all right. I like.
I used to do mean Randy Hillier, but I guess the pasties have taken care of that.
I jumped back in and I left half of my drinks over there. That's right. It's plural. It's drinks.
Oh, you're double fisting, as they say?
Kinda. I'm sipping and having a normal cocktail. So I'll. Yeah, I don't know.
Double fisting cocktail made it to the Pornhub's top 100 searches.
Did you see that on the
by
show
people in basements who don't know their name? What's that?
Did you see that on the show the other day?
I did. I did I read the? It's so
fact that it's the number one trending article on our goddamn website right now.
Listen, I didn't see any podcast. I just read the article. I'm just there to read the articles. That's the only reason I'm there.
I don't look at the videos. I just read the articles.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I've asked a couple of people this question. If you could, if you, a gun to your head, which I guess means you'd be dead, but if you would had to choose between no hearing and no seeing, like going deaf or going blind, which one would you choose to keep?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a Sophie's choice.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'd have to think.
Knowledge. I just pinched my nipple for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but I just did that.
I'm going to have to think about that one, dude, because that's a big one.
Yeah. I know my answers.
Your answers. I think yours is going to be sound.
Yeah. I need to. Yeah.
You need to hear. Yeah.
My anxiety would just be like, and I wouldn't be able to hear myself bitch, which is really important. So that you know.
I think sight is the most important, but I understand where you're coming from.
It's more lonely than darkness, I think, is deafness. You know, like it would be like you have nothing. Like
consuming.
It's too much.
Yeah.
You can't hear your heartbeat. Fuck that.
The sign. Well, actually, I read something about this. It's a cool study. Is the fact that how loud your heart actually does beat, but your brain cancels it out. You can't hear it. So the times that you do hear it is when you're you actually put a bunch of conscious into hearing it.
I hate thinking about hearing it. You know.
I know, because then you find all the problems with it.
Yeah, because what if at that moment is the only moment in your life where you somehow harness 46% of your brain?
Yeah.
And you're like, I hope my heart doesn't stop. I make it stop. And you're like, oh fuck. And then since there's no afterlife, you're like, fuck.
Yeah. I forgot. I should probably send these links out. We got some people that want to join us tonight, so I'm going to send those. I'm not going to say who it is, but we'll pop it out there, and then maybe we'll throw it in the chat too. What do you think? You want to take some friends in tonight? Okay.
Yeah, but hold on. Before anyone actually jumps in, you can post it. Before anyone actually jumps in, I reserve the right to be as I want to be, including just kicking you off for no reason if the timing permits a joke. Okay, I just want to let everyone know that could happen at any moment.
Yeah, that's that. I had a feeling you want to exercise that funny radio jock muscle, and I totally understand that.
Well, I mostly just want to avoid stuff like this. Hi, I'm Craig, and I have a question and it just meanders, and you try, and you're like, oh fuck this, I can't do that,
bro.
So, yeah, please be semi-pro.
Semi-pro.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
Yeah. That's right. You took the words right out of my machine. Okay. Yeah. Someone's gonna, Joseph. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I did a P-Gate update. I don't know if you knew, but I think he may have just gotten back to me again.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the guy that's trying to sue you, or? affiliated with the people that are trying to sue you?
No, he's not.
What's going on with
not-
that, by the way?
I just ignored it. You know, I just pretend it didn't get sent. It's what I mostly do.
That's my move. If I just pretend it's not a bill or I gotta pay it,
I'm
I'm
like
not
Costanza.
gonna. Hey, you do the Consuela? No.
Yeah. James, we sued you like 3 months ago and you didn't respond. Oh, that? Oh,
No.
come on. Like that.
I thought we
That
were
was the
kidding.
Yeah. But it was just like they just wanted me to issue a groveling apology, which I would, by the way, do happily if I was allowed to deliver it in any fashion that I chose, because then it would just be hilarious, right?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that you're just supposed to post it in words on your website in one of these things, or at least this one. So then you're just left with like font choice, like a crayon, right?
Yeah.
Like you could do a crayon font, then that's the joke, right? Like then you don't have to change anything.
Or just backwards R's. That's my
Yeah.
favorite when you do backwards letters, and
that's
then at least you be found not suitable to stand up in court, so you'd be okay.
I would like to introduce guests from out wests.
Guests.
Out wests.
The guests
Chris,
from, the
Jimmy
guests
P,
from out
James
west.
P. White from Cruise. I forget was it 95.7?
95.7 Cruise FM, the locker room.
That's right. How you doing, Jimmy?
Doing good. I might be
You just
drunk.
did a cocaine thing with your nose. Are you doing
no, I have really long nose hairs, and they're tangling up with my beard.
That's a good one. That's so much better than allergies. It really is.
So when your lip moves, it pulls the nose hair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's good to see you guys.
What's going on?
Not much. You guys just getting wasted in Berta?
So this, in Alberta, it's Christmas season time, and it's snowing, and it's going to get really fucking cold next week. So yeah, we just get shit tanked.
Oh, nice.
But I just finished doing the Jedi Jimmy podcast, episode number 43.
Compelling shit, I can promise you.
What's that?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Chris?
Okay, go ahead.
It's really compelling shit.
Actually, if I may, Jimmy, because I want to talk to you about what you thought about the new Star Wars thing. I haven't talked to anybody about this.
Which one, Andor?
Whatever. Andor? Yeah. Tell me what you thought about that. I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Holy!
It's called Nando's.
That was so awesome. Like, it was not like any other series that Disney has done. It was totally original. There was a lot of behind the scenes nerd shit that nerds got, but it opened the universe to people that know nothing about Star Wars. But it was also a lot about spying and the reign of an empire and people rebelling against it. It was freaking amazing.
I totally agree. I thought it was neat the way that they portrayed on the rebel side all these conflicting loyalties, right? And all the reasons that they gave for making certain decisions that cost lives, and they were like they did it willingly. Like the darkness of the good side.
Yeah. It was. We don't want to get caught, but we want to get this end. So we need to end him.
Now, no spoilers, gents, because I have not watched it. My intent is to binge it next week.
Oh, okay.
The show or the podcast?
Exceptionally good. Darth Vader is amazing in it.
Oh, sorry, I meant binge drink. I'm not going to watch it.
Is there a Star Wars alcohol beverage?
What?
A Star Wars alcohol beverage? Is there anything that like? Can you make like if you go to a bar?
That's Star Trek.
Is there a drink called the Han Solo? Perhaps. Is that there should be? Why don't they make Star Wars drinks?
Like you walk into a bar.
I wonder if they do. There's got to be a bar at that
Disneyland
thing, right?
At the what's it called? Galaxy's Edge. I know they have a bar with specialty drinks.
Yes,
but I don't know the names of them. But
what's it called? Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, it's that Disneyland thing. So I have to take him there next year because he's my nephew, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was your stepson.
They're gonna take Jimmy to Disneyland, make sure he puts his fucking toys away when we're done his podcast. There's a lot of things you got to get done.
Wow.
There's some deep down
I see.
resentment over here.
There's
There should be a drink that makes you sick, and they just called it the Lando.
There's a moof juice, MOOF, moof juice.
Are you Googling it right now? The drink?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and I just like went up in my nerd cred. My wife just left me, so I figure, well, why not, right? So,
And the hair of the dog is always called the Wookiee.
Hair of the dog. That's perfect, James. You should be writing the drink menu at Galaxy's Edge.
is it called Oga's Cantina? I think
Could use the money, to be honest.
Yeah.
this podcast is very busy.
I honestly watched we're devolving here. But anyway, I watched a documentary on this Galaxy's Edge thing, and I'm
Hi,
like,
Paul. Sorry,
I want to
go
go to that. Paul, what's going on, man? You're back.
Hey, brother.
I promised
how's it going?
James, you and I wouldn't hijack his pod again.
We won't. Promise.
Doesn't Paul look like an out of work modern sexy Santa from the Yorkville Mall?
He does. He
looks-
reminds me of a guy who works at a discount food store.
He looks like he's about to star. He looks like he's about to star in the Santa Claus 7. You know,
Yeah, or
like he
like-
inherits it from the tool guy.
If I walk in to
Yes.
pay less shoes, it feels like I'm going to meet him in the size 10 aisle, and he's going to ask if he can help me.
Size 11, brother. Size 11.
No, he looks more like Gandalf if he lost his mullet wig.
And his long beard and his staff.
No, he does have a long beard. That's why I said it.
No, you're
So
just
his-
not
his-
long enough.
Gandalf
Gandalf is like,
take
you
shit
know,
off anybody.
it's okay.
It's
So,
a different
beard.
perspective from down here.
Paul, I think you look great.
Thanks, brother. Thanks. I just thought I'd pop in because so the other day James asked me if I was available this evening, and
Oh, it wasn't about the podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
no,
Yeah.
I know.
Hey now.
Big fella.
Yeah.
I know.
It's the beard.
But as it turned out, so I was hosting a wine and cheese party earlier, which is why I'm.
Of course you were. Of course you were.
Because I'm an elitist Ontario snot. I'm a working class stiff.
metrosexual Santa. That's why.
I'm a working class stiff. Come on, I don't even qualify for middle class. But here's the thing: a bunch of fellows came over from the wine at my Scotch and Cigar Club. We came over. We had some drinks. We had some wine. We had some cheese, some chorizo.
Yeah, definitely not fucking pretentious at all.
No, and we listened to jazz music.
About any of
We
that.
listen to jazz music.
Come on, I have a jazz
That settles it.
podcast, gents. Come on, this is what I do. I'm one of the guys, you know.
You have a
I
jazz
the
voice.
thing. Well, the jazz voice is like this. So when
You do have
to
that
listen-
deep, rich voice.
Thank you.
So you're a little more
talking dirty.
upscale
Is
than,
talking
beef
dirty to
jerky.
women one of your weapons?
Superpowers?
One of your
Talking
one of your
dirty?
powers.
I don't really talk dirty. I just usually say things like, "Hello, how are you? Are you relaxed this evening?"
Do you
I'm
make-
hard.
You should
I'm
make
already
one of
hard.
Those
Fucking like you should see it as
You're
like a
either
fucking baby's
sexy
arm.
or a serial killer.
No,
I
you
can't-
should
there's
make one of
sexy-
those audio tape things that helps you go to
Yeah, I'm
sleep.
hard.
Actually, I have an entire YouTube channel on that.
Do you really?
It's
wow.
Yeah, I have an ASMR YouTube channel all about that. It's about mental health, relaxation, and chill.
What's it called?
It's under my name, Polly's World, on YouTube. You can find
No,
it.
what's the
check
thing?
that out.
What's the
I'm gonna
actual?
check
What's
it
the
out.
actual technique called? What's that?
ASMR. Are you not familiar?
ASMR.
Yeah, look it up. It's
I think there's-
it's
Ask your
totally-
doctor about ASMR.
Ask your doctor if ASMR is right for you.
Well, you know,
And Paul, by the way, just to like clarify, you could like recite the alphabet and it would just be like, just so there's no mistake.
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I just made the Albertans feel uncomfortable. Look at
That's right.
fucking. Where's Chris? Chris leaves.
No, I think you went to go deal with the dog.
I'm just
Sounds like somebody's
excited.
breaking into the house.
I'm just excited to be online with James P. White, fucking the legend,
Right?
the living legend,
How
who
am I
I've
a
heard so
legend?
much about from Lachlan, but we've never had a chance to actually engage with one another prior to right now. So, James, good to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you too. I just wanted to make sure we weren't muted because you had it
Oh.
muted for a minute there. And I can't see the screen over the mic.
This is riveting.
I know.
Sorry about that.
Hey, let's make it more riveting. And welcome, Rob. I believe it's Rob Rogers. Rob, how are you, buddy?
Is that Rob?
Well, pretty good. How are you guys?
Hey, pal.
Rob.
So today, Rob invited me to stay. What was it? You can stay in my RV spare house.
Guest house.
Do you have like an add-on your RV like Lachlan did? Is that what that is, Rob? Like did somebody like pull a van up and like cut a hole out in the side of the trailer, or?
No, but I actually know someone who did that to expand his office building.
Really?
He did it with a
Is
trailer.
it Fortune 500? It's on the market, I'd imagine.
Nope. No, he's an electrician.
Is it a double wide? Because double wides are pretty damn big.
They are pretty big. I've just got an RV for my RV. This isn't the RV though. This is the house.
Oh, clearly.
Well, I kind of felt like you had like you wanted to kidnap me or something. You're like, why don't you come to South Carolina and stay in an RV? Well, it's not really the RV. It's like a spare RV and it's smaller, but it's still an RV in South Carolina.
Sorry, Rob, did you say that's your wife behind you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, dear.
How are you doing?
What's your wife's name?
Rob's
First name?
wife.
Hi, Rob's wife.
Sheila, I want you to, when Rob's looking at the camera, I want you to wave and hold your hand out like this if you need us to call somebody, okay? Because that wood paneling, dude, I am back to like my rec room, my childhood rec room. You look like you're in my house. You look like you are in my house.
Yeah, I don't think this place has been renovated since.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Since the 60s.
Listen, good news. Wood paneling's coming back.
It's amazing.
Don't let anybody judge you, man.
Perfect. I don't even have to replace it.
Coming from Army Chris. Actually, it's funny. I go to Chris's house and it's nothing that I expected. So he says, come on out. When I went to Edmonton back for Labor Day, he's like, you can stay at the house. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go.
He thought he was going to be
the question is, what did you expect?
Oh, well,
yeah, let's actually go down that road.
Yeah,
he was expecting Trailer Park Boys, right? That's what you were expecting.
I kind of was. No,
and you didn't get that at all.
No, I kind of was. Not in a bad way, like just in a fun, like cool, like it's just a single dude. Like, I'm sorry, but I got there. It was like Martha Stewart fucking showed up at Army Chris's place. Beautiful fucking home in a nice little cul-de-sac, fucking big place, like something here in Ontario that you'd probably be up over fucking 6, 7, or 7 figures for.
Easy.
And easy, exactly. And absolutely gorgeous and spotless. I'm like, you anal motherfucker. And that's the Army. The Army did that to you, didn't it?
I am anal. My house has to be clean. I lose my shit if there's a fucking pubic hair on my toilet rim. Like,
is it like sleeping with the enemy? Is it like sleeping with the enemy kind of anal, where it's like the tea towels are not straight? Like, are you,
You know what? I am that OCD, and that's not fair to people with real OCD. I know that word is thrown around a lot, so but I'm doing it right now. But yeah, I fucking square away my tea towel.
That is OCD. That is OCD, Chris.
And it's totally fine to say OCD and even laugh at your OCD. It's totally fine. It's
who's got the worst OCD on the planet?
Lachlan Cross.
Man, I know
there's this guy we all know.
His name is Lachlan Cross. So he has in his office at work, he gets me to do some stuff. He has all these like little cubes.
Oh, I bet he does.
Monitor, and if you move one cube and switch it with another one, he notices and switches it back. I do it all the time. It drives him insane.
I love it.
I wait to see how long it takes for him to change it.
Does he have a desk? Does he have a desk?
Yes.
Move it like a centimeter askew.
Absolutely correct.
I would, but it's a desk that's got one of those like cabinets on top, and I'm
even
a midget.
Better.
And I'm a midget.
Oh yeah.
Can you get Grant to get in on it? Will Grant rat you out?
Okay, sorry, little person.
Shut up,
dude. You can say whatever you want.
You're the one that hates it when we say little
rapper.
Person.
You're a rapper right now saying the N-word. That's all it is, Jimmy. You're all good.
Yeah.
Well, good point. Yeah. It was nice knowing everybody. I've never seen a podcast get canceled before, but here we are.
I'm saying Jimmy's allowed to say the M word. The M word. You can say it.
Just kidding. The M word. Jimmy, you're going home for the holidays. When are you leaving?
Next Friday.
Are you taking the bus down to Tabor?
Red Arrow to Lethbridge, and then I'm getting picked up by family.
Nice. How long is the bus ride from Edmonton to Lethbridge?
From 12:15. So just after noon here, and to 8:30 there. So
he will just make the cross burning in Confederation Park. Like,
okay, good. Yeah, that was what I was concerned about, was if he was actually gonna make it for the rally. Because I noticed the schedule was a little different this year.
Jesus.
Well, it's like because if the true story of Christmas, as we all know, is when Jesus and Moses used AK-47s to fight off the Egyptians, to bring us the freedoms we all enjoy today, and it's a big thing. They decorate the giant cob, the corn cob, in Confederation Park.
No, that's
for those that don't know, James is from Tabor, Alberta, which is very famous for their corn. So,
and all of a sudden is the most Canadian
and
podcast
racist.
I've ever been on.
Corn and
racists.
And,
my podcast.
They do have very good corn, though.
Yeah,
the best corn in Canada, but
it's the worst racists too. It's great.
It's got the juice.
But there's a funny story. So Locke and Grant, they on the show
for you.
They called the mayor because when they were trying to legalize weed, but Tabor banned opening up like what are they called, a dispensary.
Yeah.
So they actually called as a gay couple, Gary and Carl, trying to open up a dispensary, and the mayor hang up on them.
The mayor hang up on him.
Is still frowned upon in Tabor.
That's a professional broadcaster, ladies and gentlemen, right there. The mayor hang up on him.
I still think a gay sitcom called Gary and Carl would be a hit instantly. It would be
9 beers in. Jesus, what time is it there? It's like 7:30.
9 beers to Jimmy is.
He's more than 9 beers.
More than 9.
Oh yeah.
9 beer into Jimmy is 18 beer into us. Just so you guys are.
What time did we start
It's
drinking?
more beer than I drank in a year.
You really, Rob? Rob, do you not drink?
2 an hour.
Yeah. No, not really.
He's not.
When I do, it's like 1 or 2 beers.
Oh, you're a smart man.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up my liver.
It's probably the smart way to live.
Yeah,
life.
me too.
Hey, can you turn up the glare over your shoulder there, Rob? Just a little bit?
Yeah, that's
Let me try.
the only worst lighting I've ever seen is Lachlan Cross.
No, have you seen him lately? He figured out how to turn the HD on his camera. It seems.
I know.
It actually looks great.
I know.
Oh, Chris, your lighting is spectacular, dude.
I spent 2 years unemployed working on it.
Here's the thing, though, and I mean this in the best way. It does show that you've worked on it because the lighting where you're set up is really good.
Well, Ryan's been up here. He's seen all my shit.
Yeah. So we're talking with we were talking with Nate today from the Breakdown podcast out in Alberta, and this is when I noticed. I'll just show you a difference. Like remember him in the basement with the CD wall behind him.
It was horrible.
I took this screenshot from today's podcast just because of the face he was making when he was actually hearing out loud how fucking horrible your premiere is there. You can see the camera looks way better now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a lot better. He's got some depth, some contrast.
But there's also windows.
You got ambient light. No, it's a lot better. Lighting's hard.
It looks way better
now to get proper lighting. I just let me plug my own shit for a minute. I just finished a music video promo, like a press kit thing for Jake Buckley music out here last week, and lighting is everything. And it's a never ending process to try to get it right. And we've been shit faced all day. So Paul, thank you for this is what we got.
Dude, your lighting's amazing. Well, and the thing is that people don't seem to understand is it's a skill, but it's also an art. To get lighting really good. Look, I've got 3 different lights on me and I still look like shit.
Brought to you by Long and McQuaid.
I think I do lighting like I just don't want it bright for me in real life. I don't even care what.
Actually, James, your lighting is pretty good because you got some background light to create that contrast. You got 2-point lighting there that creates that depth.
Oh,
This is
okay.
good.
Well, thanks. I was
Yeah,
completely
right.
unintentional.
Ryan's always had good lighting. Ryan's lighting
always got
been
great
good.
lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
And you've
for a
got
second,
uplighting.
I just want to, Rob. I want to focus on Rob for a second because I'm going to have to cycle you out, Rob.
And
bring
Rob's
someone else in.
lighting. Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah,
we want to say hi.
Yeah, it was good to say. I want you to give me a quick John McAfee story before you go.
Yeah. These are my favorite.
What type of John McAfee story?
Like scandalous or something. Not the one about you going there and the weird shit happening to you. But
Okay,
something
I
like-
got one for you.
Hang on, Rob. Before you go on, let's introduce who you are to some of the listeners who might not know who you are. Who are you, Rob? How do we know you here at the Dean Blundell Network?
I've been on a few times before. I used to work for John McAfee, creator of McAfee Antivirus. He was a very interesting fellow. Some of the more highlights of working for him. Here's one that was probably a highlight. One of the weirdest ones he did for things he requested. So he wanted a way to send his penis, the picture of it with his contact information to every single
Why are
phone.
you choosing that story?
As you do.
Yeah. So basically, the person who he assigned to it thought that what he was going for was that he wanted an app where people could hook up through it, and it didn't have a server because he said he didn't want it to have a server. So he made an app where people could send messages to each other with pictures and everything through Bluetooth Low Energy and all this. But then when it came down to it, we found out that he actually wanted to send it out as an Amber Alert, basically. So he wanted the Amber Alert or Presidential Alert out of Siemens.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Oh yeah, that was.
See, if I was Elon Musk, that's what I would be doing with Twitter right now. Just dick pics to everybody.
Everyone.
Trump could do it, and it would be visually accurate, right?
You get a dick pic, and you get a dick pic, and you get a dick pic.
If Trump put a dick pic out as an Amber Alert, it would be like, yeah, I guess it could be an Amber. Like
I watched
his hair's
that John
orange and the rest of it is
McAfee
orange.
documentary. I'm like, I want to go out like that guy. Like that's how I want to end my life.
Oh man,
Just
I almost
like that,
ended up
man.
on that yacht there. I almost ended up on that yacht.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm really glad the cops stopped that.
So
Yeah, we're glad you're here with us still.
Yeah.
I'm
no kidding.
surprised
too.
Twitter is still a thing.
Yeah, you almost went out like pussy in
Twitter
Sopranos, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, not in the face, eh? Is that what you? What would you say if they were about
Please.
to kill you on that boat? Like, what, Rob? What would your last words be? You think?
Shit, I have a kid.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably right. Yeah, well
It's
done.
pretty prudent.
My last words would be, "Hey, while you're up."
I'd be like, there are 6 cameras on you right now, and they pinpointed your location. You might as well just let me go.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot smarter.
I think
I
I'd be
don't know.
like, well, it's been a good run.
Yeah,
Can I finish my drink first?
I'd lunge.
Yeah. No, exactly. I'm with Paul.
Oh, you know what? You know what would be the way what to do? Start saying a fake code word, and then he'd probably ask what it means, and then tell him that you're actually an informant, and that your phone is a monitoring tool.
It's actually not a
Start
bad
plugging in
idea.
your
I'd be on my earpiece going, Sovereignty Act, Sovereignty Act, Sovereignty Act.
Yeah,
Zulu.
Inclusive
Zulu.
Canada.
You can go.
Inclusive
You can
Canada.
yeah.
That's
The
kind of what I did.
snowman
when
walks
I
at
realized
night.
he
The
had a
falcon
camera
flies
on
at
me.
midnight.
He took off on that yacht like a bat out of hell.
Rob, didn't you use that tactic in an evasion at some point in your dealings with McAfee and his guys?
Yeah, when I realized he had a camera by the television in his guest house,
Yeah.
I pretended I was that the DHS recruited me at the border and I was working for them. And
Wow.
they all took off out of the house except for one guy. Every one of them, we hopped into his yacht. They brought as much shit as they could carry, and then they just zoomed off as loud and fast as they could straight into the ocean.
How you haven't written a book and become a fucking millionaire is beyond me, Rob.
Yeah,
just
you
so
gotta
you're aware.
write a book.
There's actually a comic book coming out, but I'm not allowed to say anything until it's been approved by the
Jimmy,
publisher.
over
Okay.
that shit.
Wicked cool.
There's a John
Can
McAfee
you-
comic book coming out, but I'm not allowed to say that there's a John McAfee comic book.
No, can't say anything.
Guys, I can't tell you anything about this comic book that's coming out soon.
Give that guy the passwords.
So it's kind of like the announcement we want to make but can't make yet about what we're doing soon, but we can't make it yet.
I have
You
no
know
idea
what?
what you're talking about.
You know what I can't stand? Big pet peeve when people are like, "Oh yeah, there's this like thing that's going to happen tonight." Well, what is it? Oh, I can't tell you.
I can't tell you.
It's just like,
Well,
don't
we've only
fucking
been doing
say
that
there's a
since like
thing
August.
Unless you can say what the thing is. Like,
Oh yeah, no kidding.
But it is an exciting announcement. It is. And I'm going to be really happy when we get to make the announcement. And it's going to be awesome, but we just can't do it yet.
yeah.
We're doing it Doug Ford style is all we're doing.
I love it. 'cause
We're gonna
I
make an
just
announcement
keep the
about an
dog paddle
announcement.
through oblivion and not worry about it anyway, right? You know,
Yeah. Is that
Just
another
keep-
baby?
Just keep grinding.
Yep. Yeah, I
How
got
many-
dog paddling.
Oh my
through
goodness.
oblivion.
Justin over
I
here,
gave
Joe
him my
over there.
book.
Do you guys not have cable? Is that the problem? Do you guys
Oh,
need
I
like
don't
something to
watch
do?
No,
TV.
we got
I don't know
something
what's
better.
going on.
We got a
Stop touching
TV
her.
channel.
They got a spare, or they got a guest RV, motherfuckers. So don't.
That's
Yeah, I
fucking-
know.
Nice.
It's
You
36
gotta fill
foot.
that too.
Yeah.
So the baby on camera, what's that
Oh.
baby's name? If you don't want to say, don't say. But I'm just
Justin.
curious. Justin,
Wait, hold. I don't know if
Oh.
this is.
did you name him after our prime minister?
I actually did.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
And Rob, that's
Okay,
your
that's
baby,
kinda cool.
right?
Pardon?
That's your kid, right? You didn't like find it.
Oh, yeah.
At a
Yeah, I
mall
got
or
3
something.
kids.
Okay, good for you. Yeah.
Hi, Justin. How you doing, buddy?
He's got
Hello,
the same
little
expression
dude.
as the prime minister.
What's going on, little dude?
I was going to say he answers questions kind of like the prime minister. Great.
Oh no,
You know
he
what?
does a good job.
I got one
He
piece
knows
of
when to keep
advice
his
for
mouth
that
shut.
little man.
That's-
I got one
that's
piece
how
of
he
advice.
separates.
I'm not a father, but there's one thing I'd say. Little buddy, anybody can become the prime minister. Trust me. Anybody.
Well, you like that.
That's
look at-
right.
There he goes.
That's right.
Well,
See,
all right,
and
Rob.
that's all ours does too. He just stands in front of a camera and looks cute. It's
That's
great.
right. That's
And
right.
in
Killing
Canada,
it. Love them.
you don't have to be born here to be prime minister, buddy.
No,
you
man.
can be prime
You could
minister.
Fidel Castro's kid, maybe-ish.
Okay,
probably.
all right, Rob. I'm
no.
gonna catch up with you because you're coming on the show sometime soon, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna talk about
Can't
that.
wait.
With, and
Oh, perfect.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
All right,
Take
cheers.
care, man. Merry Christmas to you and the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I was a little uncomfortable when he was like, he puts the kid on his lap, and he's like, "Well, there was the John McAfee penis story." And I
Yeah,
was like,
he had the sex swing where he shit on women in his bed, and
I'm thinking that the child is not old enough to understand.
No, but still, I don't know.
I know.
The visual
Nope.
of the word and the
Yep.
Chris, did Jimmy fall off your lap?
No, he's got a squirrel bladder issue he has to manage, and he needs another beer.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he just
Did
fell off your lap.
fall off your lap? You're going
Oh,
to
isn't that where
hell
he's
for
sitting?
that.
He's on your knee?
Do you guys want to know? So this is a 2-in-1 story, actually. How I met Jimmy. Somehow he ended up at our Christmas party. They all showed up, and this was at Christmas, obviously. And he
Oh,
was dressed
thanks.
as an elf.
Tips.
It was like fucking Bad Santa. Like he walked in just shit tanked, and we had like little kids
Jimmy,
going,
really.
"Why does Jimmy smell like my uncle?" You know, it was brutal, man. I'm
Jimmy
like,
would be
"What's
more
wrong?"
like sad Santa, wouldn't he?
It was sad Santa. He was like that young little black midget actor in Bad Santa. Like, that was Jimmy, hammered out of his mind, spitting lasers out of his mouth, and all the kids were like freaked the fuck out. I'm going, this is really going well. Great job. That was
Where
6
was
years
this?
ago. This is when I met them 6 years ago.
Yeah, but
that's
where
how
did
you
that where
met.
did that go down? Was that at a bar or?
It was no, we were having a I'm in a motorcycle club, and we were having a Christmas party with all the family and shit there, like all these veteran guys. And Locke, Jimmy, and Grant came, and Jimmy was still wearing his fucking elf costume from whatever gig whatever hustle he had going on, and he was hammered out of his mind. So all the kids naturally, I'm telling them the story when all the kids were running.
No, I actually wore the costume on purpose because
Okay,
you had a Santa
I'll let him
Claus.
defend himself here. Yeah,
No,
Bob.
you had a Santa Claus.
You were fucking shit faced, and the kids were like, "Why does he smell like my uncle?"
True.
That was fucking 6.5 years ago. 6 years ago.
I love his comment. True.
Yeah,
Like,
just
not
true.
denying.
Yeah, so he fucks
Fair.
off. I'm not making this shit up. I'm telling you, this is legit.
It's accurate.
And I don't lie. If I do something stupid, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah,
I gotta
listen,
fly out to
by the
Eddie
way,
and fucking
for
party
all
with
you
you
guys,
guys.
just so everybody knows, don't tell Jimmy anything
He's right there.
that you want him to keep a secret. He has no ability to keep a secret. Zero. Like none.
You're so good at it too.
Think about that. Think about my trip when I came out there. The only person that we weren't able, like, we could have told Lachlan, he would have forgotten. It would have been a surprise, but we couldn't tell Jimmy at all.
Correct. No, exactly.
No, but I actually said no, because you wanted to keep it a secret from Lachlan.
That's why I didn't tell you.
Because you wanted to, and I said don't do it because he interrogates me.
Yeah. So I said, because I'm trying to organize.
Hangs him up by his
I'll be right
ankles.
back. I'm going to just quickly take a couple tugs on a joint. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go.
Go ahead. I'm trying to organize this trip, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to keep it a secret. So I'm like, I look at Jimmy. He's over here recording his compelling podcast, and I said, "Can you keep a secret?" And he goes, "No." I said,
No. I said,
I'm fucking done here.
No. I said from who? I said from who?
No,
you
said no.
Lachlan.
You didn't. You said no.
No, you said a secret from Lachlan.
Okay.
Right.
So I'll tell you when he did keep a secret, when I faked his fucking COVID test so he could go back to work.
I also kept a secret on knowing name. What's her name?
We all got COVID at this fucking JT's Bar and Grill staff party.
Yeah, we know.
The reunion party is coming up, by the way.
Oh, is it? That's going to be fun.
So COVID lasts like a week, right? And then, but his boss wouldn't let him go back to work till they had a negative test. But
I was off work for 2 fucking weeks.
I'm getting to that. If you just calm the fuck down for a second.
2 weeks.
So everybody's testing negative, going back to work. Jimmy's in the den of sadness, and if you haven't been there or seen it, it's a fucking, it's something else.
It is. It's
so he's been hiding
an
in
anomaly.
this fucking shithole Sylvia block built apartment for 2 weeks. I go there, I test him. He still fucking tests positive. I test me. I'm negative, and I said, okay, which picture do you want to send to your boss? Because you need to go back to work. So you could lie just fine.
He would have been living with you if he didn't go back to work.
Buddy.
That's the problem.
That's when you could lie just fine.
No, I was working from home. It's just I was on the verge of shooting myself in the face, and I don't even have a gun.
Thank fucking Christ.
Yeah, but you do something 6 times a day on average that could offer you the opportunity to shoot yourself.
A minimum of 2.
Actually,
which is now
Ryan, I need to talk to you like off air later about a new parody song.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do that. But right now I want to bring in, we have another friend from Alberta. This is like the Berta centric fun time. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our most favorite friends in the entire country. It's Christy. What's up, Christy?
She wants me to bootleg liquor for you to fucking bring out. Like,
don't threaten me with a good time.
We got to work on your background, but you're doing great.
No, I moved my computer. I had to change some things around.
Okay, I thought you were teaching piano lessons tonight.
No.
Come on, you can rebound from that. You gotta bounce here. Let's go.
No, actually, I needed to tell Ryan that I tried to get Army Chris to take some whiskey for you, but I don't think he's gonna do it.
He has a list of things that are supposed to get shipped back to Ontario for me, apparently.
So somehow everybody in the fucking planet found out that I'm coming to see Ryan, which I don't know how they did that.
When's that?
And they're like, "Can you bring this?" They want me to bring. I'd rather bring your booze than his scented candle.
Okay.
Now, speaking of bringing things, are you bringing Jimmy? Jimmy, are you coming?
He feels like he's not coming.
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, you need to get on this and get down here.
Ryan, I'm with you. I feel like he needs to come out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. And
Because
Dean, I know Dean's looking forward to it.
On the plane, it's him. They won't argue.
Yeah, Dean's looking forward to the visit. So I know there's a bit of a thing planned at one point that we're going to talk about later. So get down here.
So
okay, I'll do my
I'm going to
best.
pose a question.
But if I don't make it this time, I'm actually planning on coming to Ontario in the summer.
Hang on, Paul's
If
got
you
a
come in
question.
the summer, that would be a lot of fun, actually.
So those of you who are familiar with what I do with my podcast partner Douglas, we're doing tomorrow at 2 p.m. We're going to have a live stream from the Lieutenant's Pump at 361 Elgin Street in downtown Ottawa.
Oh,
It's
I've
called the
been there,
Pubcast.
Paul. I have been there. Okay.
Best pub in the city.
It's
we do it
awesome.
once a month, and we decided, we had a conversation about it the other day, and we're going to start doing a tour. So starting in 2023, the plan was to start in June, and in June we'd do one city, in July we'd do another city, in August we'd do another city. Maybe in January we do a Hammertown tour.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Ryan, you got a pub you can hook us up with where we can do a live podcast?
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
I hate it, Paul, that part of your brand is your penis and you say Hammertown. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to get to the pub tomorrow? Don't you guys have like a massive snowstorm happening in Ottawa right now?
Dude, there's like 5 centimeters of snow on the ground. Come on, it's Ottawa. Whatever.
I thought Ontario
There's
was
nothing.
getting hammered.
It's blizzarding right now
There's
where we
nothing.
are.
There's
Is
sweet
it?
fuck all.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. Like literally, and I live 150 meters away from the pub. So
Oh,
I've
yeah, I
walked
guess that's
there
not a
after-
big.
Paul,
We've gotten a
do you know
meter
the
of snow
history
and I've
behind that pub? Do you know the
What's that?
history behind that pub?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I
good.
do. The owner's a buddy of mine.
All right.
The first
Is
time
it-
I went there was 1988. I was 20 years old. The pub had been open for 4 years. Yes, Joseph, you can join. Anybody wants to swing by tomorrow? Come on by. We have what we call the mafia table. Everybody's like, it looks like a train car.
Yeah,
We have a private section. We got 4 mics set up, ready to go. Well, 2
Nice.
additional mics.
Nice.
So there's 4 mics, 1 for myself, 1 for Douglas, and 2 for guests. If you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be on camera. If you want to be on camera, no problem.
I roped your waitress in the one time I jumped in on your podcast,
Yes.
and I roped the waitress into because I
Maddie.
wanted to buy them a round of beer, so I was trying to set that up, but I couldn't do it on the phone. So I said, "Put her on the fucking air," and we did it over the air.
And
Yeah.
she did.
For everybody in Ottawa, like paying attention right now, like when I was still in uniform, every time I went to Ottawa, that is a must-stop pub.
It is.
Yeah.
It is OG legend. So go check it out.
Well, we'll be there tomorrow, live podcasting live from 2,
I'm going to tune in.
2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yeah,
That's
right.
noon here.
It, last time it was like an 8-hour podcast. It was.
Yeah, yeah.
It was.
We-
Nice. That's awesome.
We do
man.
marathons. Well, the thing is, people come and go. And it's like we want to, and here's the thing, Ryan, please jump on into the pod. Chris, James, you guys want to jump on in and have a visit and shoot the shit? By all means. Christy, same thing. Like we just want people to come on in, have their say, shoot the shit, and there are 2 simple
Noon here?
rules.
Yeah, dude, send me a link, bro, and I will totally
will.
jump in because I've spent time in that pub. And I
There
love
are
the
2
people of
rules.
Ottawa, by the way. Everybody from Ottawa watching
brother.
tonight. It's a fucking awesome city. It's chill. It's not Toronto. Love it.
No. Well, 2
I have
rules.
tons of.
We don't talk
go ahead.
politics and we don't talk religion.
That's fair.
Everything else is on the table. That's it.
What was that, Christy? What were you saying?
No, I was just going to say I have a ton of family all over Ontario, but I've seen nothing in Ontario. No pubs, no sites, no nothing.
Oh, you
Come
need to
on
get
out.
out there. You know what? There's some awesome Ottawa's everything from Byward Market down Elgin. There's tons of good stuff.
Oh yeah. Byward's my favorite. Like when you go down
Me
there
too.
during like Blues Fest. Oh, fuck.
Oh, dude.
But I like
Yeah.
rolling
Look
down
out.
Elgin all the way down to where that Lieutenant's Pump is. Trust me, it's there's
And
a
you
lot
said
of
it
good
correctly.
bars.
You said it correctly, sir. But you're military, so you know, Lieutenant's Pump.
Correct.
You know,
That's how you say it.
If I can interject for a second, listening to you guys talk is making me so like grounded
Wanna
in
have
the
a
fact
drink?
that I don't want to go anywhere ever.
Right?
Why?
Could you imagine? So I love pub atmospheres. I love sitting, having a pint, listening to some tunes. I couldn't imagine fucking dragging all this gear to a pub, setting up, worrying about
Dude,
connection issues.
How
Like,
would you
it's an absolute-
how would you ghost everyone at the end of the night?
Right?
Yeah.
Be impossible.
Like
Yeah,
I
'cause you're
literally,
already fucking there.
yeah. Like here, all I got to do is hit leave podcast, and that's it. I'm out. The Irish exit was made for podcasting. It's fantastic, right?
You know what?
So-
here's the irony. Here's the funny thing. It's like a lot of gear. I carry a bunch of cases, shoulder bags. Douglas carries.
Yeah,
a
we've
bunch of
heard about
stuff.
your gear, Paul. We know. We never stop fucking hearing about it.
Packing hard.
Yeah.
Packing hard.
See?
He throws his.
But
bag
here's the
over
thing.
his
Here's the
shoulder.
thing.
We always get the shaft when it comes to Paul's
Yeah,
brand. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Let's get to the head of this now, please.
yeah, you know, like
Jesus Christ. Here's the thing, gentlemen and ladies and lady. Here's the thing where it gets interesting is that weirdly enough, people are somewhat minorly intimidated by the fact that they've seen you do this live podcast thing on the air for the world to see, and I don't know, maybe 100 people watch, whatever. So when you're packing up, nobody talks to you. They kind of, give you your space because they're like, well, they just did that thing forever, and that's cool. And hey, you need some help? That's the most. Like you don't get anybody hassling you. So like literally the Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
Completely simple. Gather your shit, walk out the door.
yeah.
It's that simple.
You need that.
Actually,
You need-
that
I
never
need that.
works. That's never worked for me when we've done live stuff in bars through the radio station.
But you're famous. I'm not.
No, I'm a midget. That's what the only.
No,
Like,
you're famous.
No M-bombs.
No, he's he's right.
I'm a little
He's got,
person.
he's got M-bomb clearance. He's got the M-word
I've got
clearance.
like
Don't worry.
it's. I'm very recognizable, but and I try not to be because it just happens naturally. But it's just.
I
like,
wonder why.
If I go to a bar, okay, I'm going here for 10 minutes. The bartender's kicking me out when they're trying to lock the door.
Yeah. Well, that's just because of your personality, though. That's got nothing to do with
because you're a charming son of a gun. I'll tell you that.
He self-identifies as a VCADP, which is a vertically challenged alcoholic dyslexic person. It's a thing. Please accept it.
Holy shit, that's
Oh,
awesome.
He tries to talk to everybody at the bar too. I've been at the bar and I've heard him scream all the way across the bar. Hey, I know her. That's Christy.
I'm mad. You know what? We should have used this, and I didn't even think about this, having you guys both on at the same time, which is nice. And it's good to see you guys. Army Chris from the Fire for Effect podcast, Jimmy from 95.7 Cruise FM, and the Jedi Jimmy podcast. Having you guys here today, I should have actually loaded the assets of my trip to Alberta with you guys, because we haven't done that podcast yet.
Yeah,
we're still sitting on that, and I'm wondering if one of these Friday shows, James, if it wouldn't be prudent to just have the three of us on, or the
Why
four
don't
of
you
us.
just plan the whole fucking thing, right? Seriously.
Yeah, well, trying to.
I have pictures
You
and
keep
video of her,
leaving.
too.
It's not even my show.
No, it'd actually be a load off. To be honest with you, go ahead.
James is like, why do I need to produce my podcast when I got you fucking guys?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, actually, the whole point of the podcast was to not have to do any work on Fridays. That's why it's called Casual
You're doing
Fridays.
great.
No assets, no nothing. Just have people on and talk. But if you want to add some shit to it, by all means, go ahead.
I'm
still
wondering
keeping it casual.
if we're just sitting here shooting the shit. Maybe I'll throw some stuff up now if I can. I've got
Do
some-
whatever you need to do.
Starting in January, the Jedi Jimmy podcast is being done on Fridays.
Hang on.
Yeah.
No, he gives a fuck about your podcast right now.
Wait, no, sorry. What were you saying about the? Oh,
I
he's
wanna
gonna
know-
be
listen,
there.
Hang
for
on,
it.
just pause on the Jedi Jimmy shit. It gets plugged every day on the 95.7 Cruise FM.
I'm going to be here.
I want to know what Christy's got going on with her pod.
Yeah.
What's going on? Let's go.
My life kind of imploded, so it's on a little hiatus, and it'll pick back up in January.
Can you
is
talk
that a
about the
bad
implosion?
No, I can't talk about the implosion.
Okay, then don't mention it imploded. Okay, just say don't do it anymore. Because fuck,
Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
James's rules of life. Don't talk about it unless you're going to talk
No, I'm
about
with
it.
James. Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, well, that's cool, but you're still going to do it, right? That's the plan?
Yeah, I have two
Yes,
guests.
there was an
My next two
implosion.
guests already lined up.
There was an implosion, Chris. She's not going to
James,
get like
I
things
really want
imploded.
to. I want to
Don't
push
ask any
the
questions.
implosion button, but it feels like she's not there.
I'm just saying,
No.
don't go there at all. This is an implosion. You got to step away from the shrapnel area and just ask about that shit. You know, like.
No,
just make sure.
well, I mean, to change subjects, Jen asked me a question a while ago. I'm drinking wine that I
Oh,
made.
there we go.
It's a cab stab,
Hard
and it's
ball
called
it,
Fuck
but
This
we'll
Shit
take it.
O'Clock.
I have still a few bottles of wine that Christy made, and I got to fucking tell you, it's pretty damn good.
Is it red? It's got to be red.
Yeah,
red and
what was that cab stab? It's like, I don't give
It's
a
a
fuck
Fuck This
Friday
Shit
or
O'Clock.
something. Yes.
Okay,
that's
listen.
awesome.
Listen, you
That is awesome.
fucking inbred Alberta fucks. It's called Cabernet Sauvignon. Tabarouette. Get it correct. Tabarouette. La.
Jesus. All of a sudden, the beer takes on a whole new meaning, Paul.
He must live near Hull.
Yeah, it's right there. It's like 5 minutes away, bro.
Yeah,
That's where he bought alcohol when he was a youngster.
It is absolutely unbelievable when you cross that border, the quality of the strip bars. So,
dude, they're
Let
legendary.
me tell you guys an army story. 60 seconds. That's it. I will hand the mic back. I was in Ottawa for a fucking an army thing, and the boys took us to Hull. And the strip bar we went to was in the back of a guy's like a shop, a garage where they fix cars and shit. And the porn was so bad, the strippers were so bad, they had like hardcore pornography on 18 TVs around it to keep you fucking interested.
Interested?
Yeah.
In what?
I was like, this. We got to go back. We got to leave, man.
Wow. Yeah.
It was called. I was called like Club 69 or something. I'm like, of course it's called that. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. It sounds like a Stephen King strip bar, to be honest.
I know the place.
James,
I've
it was
been there.
unbelievable.
Listen, I've never, I don't think anyone here really feels like, it doesn't feel like all of you or any of you, I mean, are like strip club fucking regulars or anything.
Paul goes there for the meat draw every Friday night.
Oh,
sorry. I am. I've been to many.
Well
the
then.
most disturbing was in Denver.
Oh.
Denver?
What?
Denver.
The best one you said, or the most disturbing?
No, the most disturbing.
Oh, please.
Disturbing.
And tell us about the Denver Strip Club.
Yeah.
And
Maybe I'll
if you
shut
remember
up.
the
I
name
wanna
of
hear
it, that
this.
would be helpful. You know.
Well, across the provinces and across the states, it's all different laws. It's all different how each strip club is. And in Denver, if you serve alcohol, they cannot get completely naked. They have to keep their underwear on. If they get completely naked, they cannot serve alcohol. So people just drink in the parking lot. But the one I went to served alcohol, but it was like the little stages and you sat around the stage. So there was like every seat was per bro. And I was there with a bunch of buddies and I was having a conversation and someone nudged me and went, "Oh, that's pretty sad when someone as old as my mom is up there." And I looked, I swear to God, she was like 80.
Oh,
it was, I mean, she did good. She did really, really good. But
no, she
it
didn't.
was,
Ryan's
it was
out.
shocking. No,
Fuck that.
the girls' washroom was shared with the strippers. It's not like here where they have their own little room.
Yeah.
So I actually saw her in the washroom and I said, "Excuse me." And she asked me where I was from because I was so polite. I'm like, "Well, I'm Canadian." And then she asked me about strip clubs in Canada. And I told her, I said, "Well, where I'm from, they come out, do a song, do a little dance. And then the second song, they take off some clothes. Third song, they're totally naked. Fourth song, they do, throwing loonies, you get prizes." And she's like, "Oh my God, 4 songs? 4 songs. I could never dance 4 songs. Oh my God." I'm like, "Look,
yeah, you know what, Mildred? Our insurance wouldn't be able to cover you, honey. Like, I mean, you're 80 years old and you're dancing on stage with pumps.
That's weird. I just came back from Denver last week and I went to my first NFL game, Chiefs Broncos. First time in Denver, and it's a sleepy town.
It depends where you go.
Apparently, the strippers are sleepy too.
Apparently so. Apparently, I was not at the right places because it was a really sleepy town. Like everything was rolling up by 11 downtown. Football game was amazing.
No, downtown sucks.
Yeah, I'm getting that. We had to go to Earl to. It was the last place open.
I got a stripper story for you.
Oh, I go on.
I am one.
So I'm in Vegas.
He's telling the truth too.
It's about 2007, 2006, something like that, with a good buddy of mine. And he's there for a conference. And his conference ends on Friday. And he's like, I've extended my stay. Well, I've got us a new suite in a different hotel. We're going to pay for that ourselves, but my airfare is covered by my company if I fly out Sunday night. I'm like, okay, so what are you saying? He said, fly in Friday night. I'll pick you up at the airport. We'll make a weekend out of it. I'm like, done. So I got a return flight for like $300-$400, something ridiculously cheap. So I fly in. He picks me up at the airport. He grabs my luggage. He goes, "No, you're my guest." Grabs my luggage, throws it in the car, hands me a cigar and a pint of Guinness. I'm like, this is how you pick someone up at the airport. We get to the hotel, we check in, I take a shower, I change my clothes, we go downstairs to the bar to have a couple of drinks. And, nothing crazy. It's pretty mellow because it's Friday night and I've been traveling and blah, blah, blah. And then these hookers try to pick us up, which was interesting because I didn't know they were hookers. And he's like, how did you not know that? I'm like, well, I was just chatting with this beautiful young woman. He goes, yeah. I go, he goes, right. Yeah, you do that all the time. I'm somewhat affable and I'm a DJ and, so it's not out of the ordinary for me to have a conversation with a beautiful woman at the bar. It's just, and it was nothing out of the ordinary or sexual. It was nothing like that. It was just a conversation. So anyway, we go to the MGM Grand and hit up Studio 54 and meet up with some friends and have some drinks. The next day, we go to Fremont Street, and we're touring Fremont Street, and we get down to the end of Fremont Street, and there's the one gentleman out front. He goes, hey, fellas, why don't you come on into the Topless Girls of Glitter Gulch? No cover, 2-drink minimum. And I go, why not? Strippers, Vegas, we have to do it, right? We have to do it. He goes, yeah, let's do it.
do.
So we walk in, we sit down at what looks like a shuffleboard table, but it's 40 feet long, and the dancers are walking up and down it. So I'm sitting there with my buddy, and we're having cigars, and they're like, 2-drink minimum. I'm like, yeah, we'll have. What do you have? We have Coors Light, Bud, and Bud Light. Give us Coors Light. 2-drink minimum. Yes, we'll have 2 Coors Light each.
See, I would have negotiated 8-drink minimum, and I'm in.
Well, it's Coors Light, so anyway. Yeah, exactly. So we sit down, we have a drink, we light up our cigars, and within 2 minutes, there's like 4 people in the bar that are not working there. We're surrounded by beautiful half-naked women who want to have a conversation with us. And this one woman walks up to me on the shuffleboard table and drops down to her knees and does one of these little shakes and then holds out her G-string thing. And I go, uh-huh. And I turn back to my buddy. She goes, hey.
This is a lot of time, Paul. If this doesn't end up with somebody dead or on fire, I'm going to be disappointed.
She goes, hey. What's up? Like, put $1 in there. And I'm like, for what? She goes, for this. And I go, let me explain something to you. I live in Canada. I live in Ottawa, Canada. And across the river from where I live is called Gatineau. And they have a strip joint where I have seen 2 young ladies perform cunning linguist, trying to avoid the censorship, on stage.
Wait, you can get censored for saying cunnilingus?
Maybe.
Probably.
How about you eat her box? Like, you're on a podcast.
I'm just trying to not get us in trouble is all I'm saying.
Can you not do that? That's a violation of my Blackballed rules. Do not ever try to not get us in trouble. I will handle that. I will put you in line if I feel you step out of it. Do not censor yourself. Go.
Okay, so 2 young women decided that they should lick each other in their nether regions.
The bleep doesn't work if it doesn't cover the fucking word.
And this woman looks at me and she goes,
I feel like the nicest man I've ever met.
She goes, what?
Thank you.
I go,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
I've literally seen this
that,
on stage, and all I did was pay for my beer. I didn't pay a cover to get in. I didn't pay to watch the show. It happened right in front of me. She goes, yeah, I got nothing. You don't need to put $1 in my G-string. I'm out. And she left. And then we finished our ridiculously overpriced Coors Light. 4 Coors Light was $57 or $47.
That's
this
like
was in
going
2003.
To Rhino in Vegas. And I've been to a lot of places in Vegas, but I'm just picking one out randomly. But that's how it works.
If we're gonna go, I only have one compelling stripper story. I was living on Spadina Circle, right above like north where the comfort zone is, and like the Silver Dollar and all that shit at Spadina and College.
Okay, where's that, James, for us that don't live in the center of the universe?
Oh, it's sort of the central hub area between all these different neighborhoods, like fucking Little Italy and Chinatown and
White
Kensington
Avenue
Market and the Annex and everything.
Oh, okay.
It's about 6 kilometers west and 4 kilometers east of anywhere Toronto Maple Leafs are.
All right. Tracking. Got it.
Yeah, it's not like that at all. But nonetheless,
Silver Dollar is called the wooden nickel in Ottawa.
Yeah. So I was living there, and I was staying. I was house sitting for my landlady who lived above in this kind of fat ass apartment. I was with my buddy Craig and his girlfriend, and we were all like on ridiculously potent ecstasy. I decided to go for a walk. And I went for a walk, and there was I walked in front of the Comfort Zone. Comfort Zone is like this legendary sort of like basement underground electronic music hub that's been throwing like those parties that start at like 11 and end at 5 for like 30 years, like nonstop. That's what they do. And it's also known for its drugs and everything. So there's a woman on the outside, and I just walked beside her, and I just looked at her, and I'm just like, hey, this is exactly how the conversation went. She's like, hi. And I'm like, you going in? She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm hanging out with friends around the corner. You want to come? She's like, okay. And then, so we go back to the apartment, and we go up top, and just like, Batman segue later, Craig, my buddy, looks over, and he's like, the way he describes it, he's like, you were gone. And you were gone for like 3 minutes. And I was like kissing my girlfriend. And then when I look back, you were rubbing the shoulders of a topless woman. And so she turned out to be, she was my girlfriend for like 2 weeks, but her backstory, her origin story was awesome. Her origin story was, so she was like on ecstasy. She was on ecstasy as well. She was really high, and she's a stripper at the Zanzibar, and found a satchel that had like 1,600 pills in it, and was just on like a 2-week ecstasy bender when I found her.
Okay, wait. You got to go back. She found a satchel
at the club, in the VIP section. Like at the end of the night, she found a a bag that goes around a neck with that smallish that a guy could wear.
No, Lachlan's man purse.
Lachlan's man purse.
Correct. Yeah. But the prolonged ecstasy use, like, so I was with her, like, we were just like, we met, and we were like, we would just have sex and hang out. That's all we did. And so for 2 weeks, that's kind of what I did. But after like 10 days, I guess the ecstasy use was making her paranoid, because she was like, I think the person whose bag this was is stalking me. And I'm just like, I've been with you for like 24/7 for the last 10 days.
Does ecstasy do that? I thought it just made you feel happy.
I don't know. It depends. Like, I wasn't keeping up with her pace.
Too much.
Like, I would do it like every 2 or 3 days.
I've done what the hell is it called? Run DMC or whatever. It's the same shit, isn't it?
MDMA.
That too. Yeah.
Run DMC.
Yeah.
The first time I did it, my friends looked at me and they were, well, how do you feel? I said, well, I still want to kill most of these fucking cunts that are here, but I feel good about it.
Yeah. I'm really happy about my decision.
Yeah, I'm really good about that. And they go, well, you probably should do some more.
Yeah, probably. But for some people, to be perfectly honest with you, like I was a hip hop head, alternative music guy until I was like 22, 23. And then I got introduced, then I got introduced to the electronic music scene in like 1999. And I got to tell you, like, I didn't know the music. I didn't like enjoy it or listen to it. I didn't hate it either. I just never listened to it. But there was a cultural aspect to that scene back then that was unlike any other. And it was like, there was, if you went to parties that were thrown by certain promoters that were in like locations that were sort of off the beaten path, and there was like 600 to 800 or whatever, or sometimes even 3,000 people.
Oh, yeah.
And they all sort of had this similar mindset of like, we're all chill, and we're going to look out for one another, and we're, you know what I mean? Like, and it's a vibe like that. And if there was ever any like people that weren't really a part of that scene that came and tried to be like cool guy and hit on girls in an aggressive way, they would be like spotted and escorted out.
Is this like the origin of raves? Is that what you're kind of driving at?
Yeah, well, not the origin. Yeah. I was a Johnny come lately, to be honest with you, in that scene. But like, but it was still like that when I got there, right?
I was there in '93. I was there in '93 at the beginning of it all. You got to remember, I'm 54 years old and I'm a DJ. So I was there when it sort of started in North America.
That's right.
Rave scene started in the UK in like the late 80s. And
is that right?
Oh, yeah. And it slowly made its way over here. Now, here's the weird part. Here's the weird part for me. I don't consume drugs. The wine, whiskey, and beer. That's my drug.
You should, but anyway, we can keep going.
Okay, yeah.
Well, no, I'm allergic to cannabis, and I've had a lot of surgeries in my life because I've spent a lot of time in the hospital because anyway, cancer and shit. And as it turns out, as I have a
Happy
family
Friday,
trait,
everybody.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, wow.
I have a family trait where what happens is we do not recover well from anesthesia. So they pump me full of morphine because I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm a zombie for like a week. I've had day surgery, and the doctor's checked me out of the hospital, and he's come to check on me and went, "Oh no, we're going to check you back in." I'm like, I can't leave. I can't feel my legs. I don't know where I am. So drugs and me don't get along. Now, I don't.
Paul, can we get past
judge.
your fucking personal problems? You're killing the buzz, man.
I don't judge other people. You want to use? Feel free. Feel free. I have no problem with that. But I went to
what did work for you in all seriousness? What worked for you?
Well, sertraline, which is Zoloft, which is the anti-anxiety and antidepressant, which makes me still be here.
I thought Zoloft was an antipsychotic.
Yeah, so
no. Sertraline, it's anti-anxiety, antidepressant, and it works wonders for me. Wonders for me. And I mean, everybody has their thing. Mine is no drugs, and it's my choice, and there's reasons for it. It's
so did you do ecstasy when you were at these rave things? Like you must have DJ'd a rave.
Oh, never.
Really?
I never did drugs at raves either.
No,
all right, everybody.
But I was at raves.
I did drugs, but never went to raves. Does that count? Or
yeah,
yes, it's better than that.
I went to raves in the mid-90s.
I apologize. Keep going. I want to hear that's what works.
So this crazy ass rave I went to in the mid '90s at a place. So in the '80s it was a they called it was either Skateway or Skadium, and I can't remember the name because there was two roller rinks in Ottawa. There was Skateway on the east end and Skadium on the west, or maybe vice versa. I don't remember the names of them. But I went to this rave in the former Skateway in the west end. And I get my buddy calls me up and says, "Dude, there's a party happening tonight. We'll finish our sets at the club. I'll come pick you up and we'll go." I'm like, "Sure." So 1 a.m. he picks me up. We go to this club, and I show up, and it was the biggest PA
Is James throwing up
ever seen.
Did you hear that?
He might be.
Sounded bad.
James, were you throwing up?
No. I was burping. I don't like burping, so I just do it away from the camera.
Well, I'll tell you, we heard it off the mic here in Hamilton.
We're a little worried.
Holy shit! Are you okay?
Of course I'm okay. I was burping. That was a burp. I just needed.
Anyway, biggest sound system I'd ever seen in my life inside of a building.
Yes, I'm sorry. Please continue.
It's okay. And the sound was so loud I could feel it like hitting me in the chest. And I'm a sound guy. I'm an audio guy. So I was like, holy crap, they spent money on this. And I think the promoters lost about $5,000 that night because there were not nearly enough people to cover the cost. It was a great party. It was an amazing party. Of course, they were selling alcohol behind the table under the door back thing. There was drug dealers everywhere. You could get a free haircut over there. There was a laser show. Would you like a massage? There's a massage chair. I mean, they did a lot of really cool stuff. And this was like 1995.
Yeah.
When, stuff we take for granted today, like the EDM tent at Coachella is state-of-the-art gear, but it's done with millions upon millions of dollars of backers who have money. This was done by like 4 or 5 guys who just raised enough cash to rent a PA, hire a bunch of DJs, and throw a party. And it to this day, it was probably the greatest party I've ever gone to that was like a rave type. And I say rave type because there were other ones that I went to that were a little bit more extreme. But that one, the sound system was like ear-bleedingly loud, but good sound.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a crew of DJs there that were just all guys I know. They're all my age now. I mean, we're all in our early, 20s, late 20s 30s. Back then. What was that, 95? How old was I? 23, 24 at the time?
Did you spin with did you spin with what was his name?
Chris Shepard.
No, but
yeah, I know Chris Shepard.
No, but the black dude that is now a photographer. Deadly Headley.
I'm not.
You don't remember Deadly Headley? Really? He was he predates Chris Shepard. He had Chris Shepard's job before Chris Shepard did. But yeah, he's dope.
Chris Shepard, baby, yeah.
I probably threw parties that you may have gone to. Like, but I was
no doubt.
I did like hundreds of trance parties. Like we did Tiesto, Armin van Buuren, Orchidea, fucking.
Well, the documentary you put together, dude, was
that we managed in Toronto. We've been doing DeCozy stuff for for 20. Like these good dudes. It was such an amazing scene, and I totally fell into it. I fell in. Not only did I fell into it late, like right at the end. Like it was really only good until like 2003.
And now it's all corporate. Like that. Now it's all big money. Corporate.
Yeah. Then it went like Gino-ish. Like it was invaded by the people that I mentioned before that we used to escort out, and they became like almost
they own it now.
And And I refuse to call it EDM. I can't get down with that. I know. Like it's still electronic music.
You can't get down with anything. You can't if somebody else is doing it, James.
I believe
can't
that the opposite is true, but please.
You just can't do it. Stop it.
I can't get down with anything. I just choose not to where it applies.
Christy, where did you experience your rave scene? Where was that?
It was the late 90s. They actually had a rave club in downtown Edmonton that was called Therapy. And it was, I didn't do any drugs there. I just hung out with a lot of people that did drugs.
Yeah.
It was the only place you could dance all night long. They didn't close until 3 because they didn't serve any alcohol. But because I was surrounded by a bunch of people who were totally out of their minds, they always thought my face was going purple. So I never had to leave the dance floor. They would constantly bring me water because they thought I was dying.
Wow.
That's my story.
Did you have the soother thing so you didn't break your teeth and shit?
No. So in Therapy, there was like 4 different levels. It was like a really weird industrial building that it was like the bottom was like the trance, and then up further was like more upbeat, and then the other level was the Candy Kids,
the chill room, and the Crystal Kids.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what was the rave scene in Tabor?
I've never been to a rave, but I need to go back to the stripper stories.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, I don't know why we bypassed Jimmy on the strippers. Because I'm telling you, that's the driver.
I'm the only midget male stripper in Western Canada. I have a story on the end of being like.
I want to hear.
Yes.
This.
I was going to say, can I play something before you? Can I intro you properly before you go on with your story?
My bad. Okay.
All right.
I'll let you talk.
So we're doing burgers at the Commonwealth. They're fucking great. Who knew? Right? Food's amazing. It was only like $19,000 for 2 burgers.
This happened everywhere we went.
Go Edmonton! Go Alberta! Yeah!
So that's what it's like hanging out with Jimmy in a public space. Go ahead, Jimmy.
There was no video.
I'm actually legit the only midget male stripper in Western Canada. That I'm told there is one in Montreal, but I don't count that. So here's my story. So I was actually stripping at a strip club here in the city called Pinky's. And I had just finished doing a stage show, and I was asked to do some backroom dances. I was down to my G string, and so I'm a midget, and so she's sitting in a bench, and I'm standing on the bench, like twerking right in her face, and she goes, "Turn around," and I turn around. So my ass is in her face. And she's like, "Can I spank you?" And I'm like, "Just not too hard." She's like, "No, I'll be nice." And I'm like, "You have to be, because there's supposed to be no touching."
Was she hot, Jimmy?
Oh, she was fucking smoking.
Nice.
But
she was smoking while she was dancing?
No, just smoking hot. No, I was dancing.
Oh, right.
I'm the dancer.
Okay. That's right. I'm sorry.
So she winds up,
James, idiot.
pulls her arm back as far as she can, and she spanks me on the ass. I fly through the curtain, hit the wall 4 feet away from where I was. Like, she knocked me clean off the bench. And I'm like, and meanwhile, there's dancers in the booths next to me going, what the hell happened? And I'm like, oops, I miscalculated the jump. And I made it out like it was my mistake, but I got like totally like slapped across the room.
Oh, good for you.
I did get a $50 tip though, but
that's all that matters then.
But
good for you.
That was nuts. Like when you get spanked so hard you fly across, like I flew 6 feet.
I gotta tell you, if that was a female stripper and a man did that, I think that would be a story. I think you would have a lawsuit.
100%. But I did. She asked if can I spank you, and I said yes.
You can't authorize someone to physically harm you, and then it's codified in Canadian law. You're not allowed to give anyone permission.
You're not allowed to, but I kind of liked it. So I would have taken.
Did you only like it because she was hot, or did you just like it?
No, I do like being spanked a little bit.
That
but
is a good question.
It's not just because she's hot. It was just.
Jimmy, let me ask you a question. And this is for everybody, but I'll start with Jimmy. If you had to lose one or the other, what would you pick? Your eyesight or your hearing? If you have to lose one. So actually tell me the one you'd keep.
I'd keep my hearing.
Yeah.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm eye level to ass. I don't need to say more.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Wait, I don't understand the point. What's the point?
He's eye level to people's asses.
Ass. When I'm standing, when I'm standing, you're standing. I'm looking at your ass if you're in front of me.
You know, something tells me you choose to look at people's asses. I don't choose to look at people's faces. I do choose to look at people's faces.
I have to move my face if you're putting your ass in front of me.
Yeah, but I'm 5'6" and I'm up to most people's like chins or whatever, right? So I don't just be like,
okay, no, but I wasn't just looking at you. Like,
I just go like that.
Dude, you're borderline midget, okay?
Yeah,
but I'm talking like normal people.
Hey, that's what that's called. That's shadeism in the height world. You just shadeism me.
Oh, that was
because I got lighter skin. I mean, just because I'm a little bit taller.
God damn!
Like, listen,
Jimmy.
Listen, I'd much rather lose my eyesight because I work with Lachlan Cross. His ass is all in this shit.
Yeah, you don't need to see that. You don't need to see that.
I'm getting messages that they missed the video didn't play when we played the video.
No,
so
we heard the audio, but there was no video.
All right,
video?
I hear you.
So we're doing burgers at the Commonwealth. They're fucking great. Who knew? Right?
Is the video coming through or no?
Yeah, we got
it. Okay.
So we're doing burgers at the Commonwealth. They're fucking great. Who knew? Right? Food's amazing. It was only like $19,000 for 2 burgers. Go Edmonton! Go Alberta! Yeah!
If that wasn't the most verdict thing I've ever seen.
I want to point one thing out.
Was he the team mascot? What was he? The Edmonton mascot?
No, he was the premier at the time, actually, before Daniel Smith.
Yeah. He's a former leader of the UCP.
The justice minister. Yeah.
So these guys, Jimmy and Ryan, here's how fucking shitty Motley Crue is. And why Vince Neil needs to go sell water.
I did, but you couldn't really see it.
What the fuck?
Wait, let me get up there.
This was us.
Oh no! You don't have that. No, you don't. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's
Watch
got
this.
We're just a bunch of assholes.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Look at this athlete. What a specimen, eh?
How many beers is there? How many beers is there?
There's Pam Kirby from 95.7 Cruise FM. Jimmy.
Just left the train is getting on the next one.
Did you ever see a guy doing flips with a midget? It's amazing.
Get all the cops. So Motley Crue sucked so bad that Ryan and James left to go watch a Rat cover band at a bar called On the Rocks.
It was amazing. They were fantastic.
They were
I get
awesome.
that though.
They were good, weren't they, Jimmy? We had awesome
They were
nachos too.
awesome.
Remember the nachos?
And by the way, that video, I'm actually wearing the exact same shirt right now.
You don't
Oh,
have to
shit.
take it off.
No, I'm just
Oh, he
showing
is
the shirt.
too.
The Obi-Wan.
It's Obi-Wan.
Like it.
Yeah,
Obi-Wan.
he has 3 shirts. It's on a rotation.
No, my Star Wars.
Vince
It's
Neil
about the
can't
same
sing
rotation
anymore.
that Cruz
I
has
have a-
between Kim Mitchell and Brian Adams and Colin James. But anyway, I digress.
I am a wild party. Rah, rah, ole.
I actually have a
I'm
photo.
eating chili, by the way. And guys, you know what I figured, Ryan? You'll appreciate this.
Yeah, go ahead.
My new key ingredient in chili: cinnamon.
Shut up. I put
Yeah.
in dark
Well,
chocolate.
It is a spice, so that would make sense.
Me and Ryan are
They
going
use
to
it-
try to
they
pull
use it in
together
India
a...
cooking a lot.
Oh.
And
Me and Ryan are going to
yeah.
try to pull together a cooking pod when I get out there in January. I don't know if we're going to have time, but we're going to try.
I'm serious, guys. Let's try and see if we can do a podcast in the Hammer. I will try and figure out a way
Stop
for us
saying
to,
that.
to do it.
I'm
podcast, Hammer?
I'm the guest, so you whatever you guys line up, I'm fucking down for anything.
Oh yeah, no, we'll have a lot of fun while you're here. I know Dean wants to hook up. I know we're going to do some stuff. I got Ray from Who's Got Next and Dear Pats Nation. He's going to be around. He wants
Is
to
Ray
hang
gonna
out.
be
We're
around? I
gonna have
want
a
to
night
talk
here.
to him because I'm a hardcore NFL guy now. So yeah.
Yeah, we're
Wait,
gonna.
you guys doing like a pilgrim? You guys doing like a pilgrimage to Edmonton, right?
No, they're coming here. Army Chris is coming in January. What is it? January 12th, 13th, Chris?
13th to the 15th.
That's right. Yeah. So, and he's crashing here at our place, and we're going to, it's going to be a good time.
Ryan, so the premise for everybody watching is that when Ryan came out here, and he's a big fucking guy, I'll give him 0.5. He thought he had a,
what is that
0.5. That's all he's getting. I thought he had a drinking game, and he thought he had a drinking game, and I thought, well, let's give him a fucking go. And he got put down pretty hard. So I'm like, you know what?
It's a different animal out there, boys.
I had
girls.
home ice advantage.
Christy saw it. Christy was there.
Christy was there.
She saw me. She gave it the valiant effort.
Yeah. So
she actually contributed to it.
100% she did. So I had home ice advantage. I'm like, okay, well, let's flip it. I'm gonna come out and you take me, you take me out and on your home rink and you try to put me the fuck down. Let's see what happens. So that's kind of the loose premise of what we're trying to do.
In the words of Barney Stinson, challenge accepted.
Why is it a sport?
I've got a picture.
Hold on.
I want to know. In Alberta, it's sport.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Chris, why is it a sport?
Well, it's a lifestyle first, but I mean,
it's a lifestyle.
How dare you judge?
Yeah,
no. Ryan has the lifestyle part.
Listen. So the only time that I was concerned was Ryan ghosted us. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? And I walked up into the bedroom he was sleeping in, and he was sleeping perpendicular to the way the bed runs. His pants were down, but his underwear was on, and his arms were splayed out with a cell phone in his hand. And I think at some point he was talking to Ashley. She can confirm or deny this. And he was fucking blackout. I went, okay, well, all right, I guess we're done here.
Blackout like passed out or blackout like?
Oh, like fucking done. Like he had X's for eyes. He was done.
Yeah, no, I was TKO at that point.
We don't do Natty
Bo
Bo
here. Pansy ass
Okay.
bitch and kick him and wake him up. I'm like, nah, he's had a pretty good run. I'm gonna leave him alone.
But then we drank for 2 days after that.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
we
correct.
did. Yeah, actually, I'll pull that one up.
there.
This is when
The last
that's when I
day we were
started
at
to lose my
Jason's Bar and
voice.
Grill, and we bought him a Caesar, and he finished like 80% of it. He's like, I want to go home. So I
That's
drove
the
to
shirt he's wearing, by
airport.
the way.
Oh, there we go.
That's the Jimmy shirt.
And those are the
Fucking
and this
legendary,
and you can see this picture. And I know that if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, you can't see the picture, but Jimmy is a magnet for
Is that
for
Vince
anybody-
Neil on the left?
What's that?
Sorry. Is that Vince Neil on the left? I was kidding.
Yeah, but he was there that night, so
Could be.
yeah. And then, as Jimmy said, he was a stripper, and we've got pictures of when he was a stripper. This was fantastic.
That was Thanksgiving.
He's dressed like a cock. Look at him.
That was right after one of those free sex things. He just came over.
Okay, come on.
No, that's what you said.
No, not
No, that was
one.
Thanksgiving.
That was Thanksgiving.
All right, Army Chris, you got to be prepped when you come to Ontario. We don't do Natty Boh in little fucking tiny cans. They're 20-ounce pints of craft beer. Be prepped.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? Oh, I can't wait, Chris. Now
He won't have
you
to
and I,
prep.
Chris, we're going to Ottawa now
No,
just
he
to prove
doesn't-
this guy.
He doesn't need to.
Yeah, Ottawa's just down the fucking road from Hamilton. Let's go.
It's
Road
5
trip.
hours. We'll get there in 4.5. It'll be fine. No big.
I am a
Take
base
a boat.
brat.
You'll get there in 3. If
I am
you're
a base
John
brat.
McAfee. You know.
Yeah, where's Buddy there? We'll take John McAfee's fucking boat, man. Boom, done.
Is I know John McAfee is dead, but is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
See, that's the real question. Is he really
Is he
dead?
though? Do we know
Is
this
he
for a
really
fact?
dead, or is he Elvis dead?
No, see, I'm with Paul. Is he dead?
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know.
he
Yeah,
dead?
I'm pretty sure he's dead. You know.
Well,
You think so?
Yeah.
Didn't they have a problem getting his body from a morgue or something? What was going on with that?
Yeah.
We
they
don't
said they
know
did. I
where.
mean, like, maybe. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know if he fucking like. I don't have any physical evidence. I believe that the story is probably true, but now you're making me feel it's interesting to think of the other things. So maybe it's possible. I mean, he
I think
was
he's
a
in
candidate
tweed
for
with
that
Elvis.
kind of thing, right? If anyone was gonna fake their death or,
He'd do it.
It feels like he might. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would. Like
it
that
does.
guy was so fucking out there. I loved him.
Plus, he was capable of finding a guy who was matched his physical
Sure.
description that he could fucking put in the morgue and
Absolutely.
then cremate.
Okay, there you go.
Like,
Ash. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Says he lives on Coco Bane Island with
Coco Bay
Elvis.
Island with Elvis.
No, Coco Bane.
Coco Bane.
Coco Bane. Isn't that where that Epstein guy's hanging out?
Tupac owns
Probably
the
out
place,
there,
though.
too.
So.
No,
That's
Epstein's
right.
dead. He just
Tupac
didn't
and
kill
Biggie
himself.
are hanging out.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, that's
Tupac,
that's
Biggie,
fucking funny.
Elvis, and what? Roy Orbison?
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan did not die in a helicopter
The
crash.
people that have
Oh.
the people that have the like they're
Tragic
still
day, I
alive
know.
thing, like the Elvis thing, which is a silly one of the most silly ones. But Tupac does. He's got one of those things where there's Tupac sightings.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
John McAfee is a candidate to do that, although I don't know about any of the sightings. There's a couple people that I don't know. The public has this fascination with them not being dead, but Tupac is definitely
Look,
one of them.
Who do you
know
guys
the-
think? Let me ask
The day
that
the
question.
music died. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
I was going to pose the question to everybody here. Who do you believe is not dead in the celebrity world? Like just stretch your imagination
Sheen.
just a little bit.
He's still alive, technically.
Oh, no,
Charlie
we're
Sheen.
talking.
He's
No,
not
we're
dead.
talking about the
I
man,
think
not
he's
the
not dead.
career.
Charlie Sheen.
We're talking about the man, not the career.
Oh my God. That's
He is
fucking
tiger.
Who's
funny,
not
though.
dead?
Who's not dead?
I have one.
They're all dead.
Oh,
No,
who's
I
yours,
ha-
Jimmy?
Who's not dead?
The Queen. She's running all that shit from the.
Wow. That's
She-
fucking deep.
Look, dude,
She's the
like-
lizard, right?
No,
Lizard people.
no, just think
She's
about it.
lizard
She's
people,
actually
yes.
telling Charles what to do.
My
He doesn't
leading
have a
candidate
brain.
actually would be Osama bin Laden. If I had to, like,
I
if
was
I had
same
to
here.
going
pick
to say the
someone,
same
I
thing.
would pick Osama.
Yeah, that was my pick as well. Osama bin Laden is the only one I would think.
You know what? As a military guy, I think they did the right thing.
What?
What does that mean?
Killing him?
Military
Shoot him in the
guy.
head.
Dumping
and
his
think-
body, dumping
Yeah.
his body, like that is just like it's not even the fact that like it's mysterious. It's like a fuck you to everybody, to them, to us. It's like, we take the most famous, arguably one of the most famous people in world history.
Mhm.
And
You're not wrong.
We,
Sure he
we
is.
claim
He's up
that
there
we
with Hitler.
capture him or kill him. We claim that we kill him. And instead of proving it undoubtedly by transporting the body to wherever it needed to go to get properly Muslim buried and people verify it, including the people that accept the body, instead of doing that, we fucking bury him at sea and just be like, trust us,
without showing anybody anything.
Okay,
I know that was
I'm gonna
horrible.
give you the fucking. I'm gonna give you the
that's how the
army
mob
guy.
does it.
I'll give you
That's
the army
literally
guy
how
response
pussy
to that.
went out in Sopranos. That's
That's
how
right.
pussy.
All right, let Army Chris tell us why did this
tell you why
happen
they
that
did it
way?
So
Oh,
they
here
do it
comes
that
the-
way because fucking first of all, mission accomplished. Whatever the population thinks, whatever the world thinks is irrelevant.
Hoorah!
But if you broadcast it, you create martyrdom and you create a huger, a way fucking bigger problem.
Yeah, but isn't the martyrdom only if we brought his, like, if they patriated his body back to somewhere and gave him a shrine somewhere?
No,
like they could have at least released the picture of him with his half of his fucking head
and
blown
that's
off.
where martyrdom starts, Ryan. That's where it starts.
Okay.
Give them absolutely nothing. We shot him in the fucking head and killed him. He's done and he's gone. And I get the direction you guys are going, but I'm telling you that's exactly how they fucking did it. It's like
it's honestly, it makes the military narcissistic. It really does, because there's the whole other world out there that it impacts. The geopolitical thing impacts the the factual nature of the story itself impacts everybody else, not just the military, right? And it's like, and I think military,
go ahead.
Yeah, I believe that if they would have said, okay, we're going to get people to verify, because if they killed them and they're claiming that, the martyrdom would actually start with the killing, right? But then after that, if you actually say to, where is he from? Fucking Saudi Arabia or fucking Afghanistan, wherever he's from.
That's where he's from.
Right. And gave the body to his family in a way that's consistent even with like Muslim practices even. And it's like martyrdom that, bitches. I don't care. But still, at least it proves it to everybody. There's no bullshit going forward where it's kind of a mystery. I find that to be.
You actually nailed it, and I'm gonna go on a fucking limb, and a lot of people might fucking shit on me for this, but the military is and needs to be narcissistic, because we go do things that most people don't understand.
It's true. No, it's true. It's true.
And it's you get it done. And no, you're right, but I do not believe. Okay, now I'm going way the fuck out there. I'm gonna have to answer for this next Wednesday night. Is that I don't fucking answer to the Canadian population. I answer to what the government sent me to go do.
Right.
The Canadian population can ask the government of Canada what I do, not me. I don't give a fuck what you ask me what I do.
Oh,
I'm
with you on that. I'll blame the person that made the decision for the decision to be made. And
it wasn't the commander on the ground. That direction was given by Washington, is dump his body.
So that's Rum's. I just want to say that I edited that.
Holy shit!
I tilted it.
I'm not letting this motherfucker in my house with a camera ever again.
So this big portrait of
looking
Saddam
svelte, brother,
is actually something that is a bit of a war trophy that was taken home. I'm not going to say by who, and it's not Chris, by the way. And I was fortunate enough to get a selfie giving a high five to Saddam Hussein. Where was this?
He's about to go down on your machine gun.
That's in my basement, and that was liberated out of Quebec. Sorry, wow.
That's a Freudian slip if I ever heard one.
Oopsie, Jesus, that was liberated out of Kuwait during the first Gulf War by Canadian Combat Engineer Regiment. And I'm not naming names because he's a special guy.
Yeah.
And it ended up in my fucking basement for some reason. So it became
I got to take a picture of it. And that was like,
party.
I literally took a fucking flight and paid for a ticket to get to Alberta just so I could get a picture with this thing. I swear to God, this was like one of the driving forces of why I went.
It's a true story.
And hang out with
so
the midget.
It almost looks like Saddam is trying to perform fellatio upon that train.
On this podcast, it's cocksucking Paul. Okay?
Yeah,
that's right.
Paul's the most politically correct dude I know.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Where's your bear?
It's a fucking disgrace.
Hell. I don't think we drank enough today.
So
Did you just start?
Context, I got on the
fuck kitchen.
the nuts at 7:00. Went golfing. I just got back. It's just after 12, and these guys are half shit tanked. We have to go to crew tonight.
We're on
Oh,
Is this 5 or 6? I don't know. I think it's 6.
So it's going well.
I was golfing that morning.
Dave's not here.
Dave literally is not here to keep the wheels on this fucking train.
It's not here, man.
No, but we are going to Motley Crue and Def Leppard tonight, and you're going to interview everybody.
Okay.
I mean,
so I'm looking at this.
That's gonna go bad.
Why is this happening?
Camera shaky. Yeah, it's me. I would fucking DT.
This is day 3, if I'm not correct.
Coffee and I was going like this.
Yeah, I think it was day 3.
I
Sunday.
called
It was
Dave
the
Burial
Sunday.
this morning
What
to
day
tell
was
him
the
I needed
concert?
him
Was
to
that
send an
Saturday?
emergency
Yeah.
evac to get me home.
This Friday
I don't
was
think
my
I'm gonna
rest-
survive until my flight tomorrow.
He needs an extraction.
Ryan,
gotta
tell
get
me
the
you
fuck
have
out
some
of here
fucking footage
before you
of
guys kill me.
interviewing everybody at wrestling.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have it loaded in here, but that's a whole podcast on its own, Chris.
No,
and I think we should.
can save that
we'll
for
save that for
night.
when you're here.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So that scene.
Oh, by all means, please. Play,
Literal
whatever,
scene.
play the whole fucking home video collection.
I said when he's here, we'll do it on my podcast.
That's why
You
we're here.
ungrateful host.
That scene is brilliant in the
Co-host
sense
at
that
the
I'm looking at two guys and I'm like, I'm psychologically right there, and I want to hug both of you and tell you, I love you, man. I love you, man. Let's have another
I love
drink.
you too, man.
I was
And that was at
golfing
noon.
that morning, and I came back. I'm like, you guys are fucking loaded already. I love you, people. Let's go. Let's get. the
So
fuck
here's
home.
here's some inside
I only
baseball
like
on
you
that
a lot.
morning.
Both of you.
That I woke up, and that was the morning after the party, and where I was found perpendicular in the bed, and I woke up and I was in a lot of pain, and I had no voice left because we did like a 6.5 day fucking rock show in live from Chris's garage. I have video of that too, with Cruz, and I woke up and the coffee maker's there, and right next, and of course, only in Army Chris fashion, next to the coffee maker at Army Chris's house is this fucking monster bottle of fucking Irish cream. And I went, that's exactly what I need for this problem that I'm having this morning. And
100%.
it was a half and half. Like there was just a half and half for about 4 of those coffees, and it brought me right back to life. Jimmy was
And then
snoring. I
we
have
had-
video of Jimmy snoring on the couch too. I'll put that up.
Oh, please do.
Oh,
The
we
Bailey's,
can do
that's an Alberta staple in the kitchen. There's Bailey's next to my coffee maker too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like in Alberta, when people go, "You got cream and sugar?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's like right there in a bottle."
Right there.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah,
But
it
You know
was.
what?
you
Um,
also
if you're
have
gonna
to
do
have
that,
your
do
vegetables.
Amarula.
We had a Caesar.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we actually we went around the world the night before and into the next day. I've got video of our Uber ride to that concert, which I didn't remember until like 3 weeks later when I was going through the videos and went, "Oh fuck, we actually like that poor Uber driver."
I think you
And-
posted some of that.
You know, I'm
Maybe I
starting to
did.
I'm starting to get a good grasp on why the politicians get away with so much in Alberta.
It's a vibe there, James. I'm telling you,
Oh, yeah.
it's a vibe.
It's a vibe for
Listen,
sure.
cream your fucking wheel tits there is not going to last.
Wheel.
No.
She's out of her fucking mind.
Yeah.
What do you think, Christy? Is Danielle Smith the lady to lead Alberta through into 2023 or?
I fucking hope not.
She's crazy, right? Like
Wait, Christy, can you
everybody
say
out
fucking
here,
wheel
like,
tits?
you
Wait,
might.
Christy, can you say fucking wheel tits, please?
Can I send you the picture? If I send you the picture, can you post
Have you
it
not
in
seen the
Yeah,
picture?
for sure.
She is
Of
fucking
course I
real
have.
fit.
That's why I'm laughing.
Oh yeah,
I've seen
you
the
know
picture. I know
exactly
the
what I'm
picture.
talking
Yeah.
about then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
people get mad at me when I call
if
it
people in
crazy.
Ontario think that fucking thing is represented. She's done. Rachel's
yeah.
coming back. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
There's no fucking scenario on earth where wheel tits is getting back in.
Plus, she'd be hoisted by her own petard because she's all about free speech. So she'd be like,
You can't use that word
I
anymore.
I feel that all speech should be protected. Even
She
Danielle
didn't even have
wheel
a seat.
tits.
She had to go to like
Can you not step
Tabor
on the
to get
punchline,
one.
Chris? Please. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you not do that?
I get
Didn't she
family
only win her seat by like 5?
You're killing me. Okay. What's that?
She barely won her seat.
Yeah.
Even.
Oh yeah.
She bought it.
Look, people shit on me when I go, she's crazy, and they're like, why are you saying that, Paul? That's not fair of you to say that. And I go,
Well, she's fucking
look,
nuts.
You
I'm
don't think
crazy.
she's deliberate? You don't
I'm
think
crazy.
she's deliberate?
No,
I have
no,
severe mental
I
health
met her in
issues.
person.
She has them. She's out of her mind.
No,
You
know
met
what?
her in
Like,
person, Jimmy?
Yes.
So what you just said? How?
Yes, I've met her in person. I used to be a part of, like, I'm actually still a.
He was in the Reform Youth Party of Tabor.
No,
you can guess what that is.
Right.
But anyway,
the white clan. He was part of the white clan. I forgot.
Were you also staring at her ass, Jimmy?
No. See, there's a way of avoiding it, staring at somebody's ass.
Oh, there is.
Further away.
Oh.
Step
Well, that was
further
my
away.
whole point.
When you look
Well,
straight ahead, you
But now I'm
Rest
curious.
in peace,
Jimmy, have you
Preston
stared at my
Manning.
ass?
What?
Jimmy,
Yes.
have you stared at my ass?
Yes, he has.
No,
you
I
guys
did.
could
yes.
take that offline if you want.
The answer is yes.
I did look at your ass on occasion. I didn't stare.
Oh, you can't keep a secret. Jesus.
Really? How have I not seen this video?
You fucking seen this? This is you every goddamn week, bro.
This was right before that beer shot, by the way.
If you first saw that as your first image of Jimmy, you would think he's like 6'7", like 300 pounds.
Oh yeah. Yeah, agreed.
He's got a big man face.
Yeah. And a big man snore.
Do you guys want to know something? I wanted to meet these radio people. I never wanted to know them, and here I am 6 years later.
I noticed that somebody else has joined us in the green room. There's a couple of people that have joined us.
Bring
And,
them in.
we can only cycle in 6, though. So
Okay, well, tell you what, guys, I'm going to bounce because I have a big show tomorrow, and I got
And a beautiful
Yeah,
girl
you
to
do.
talk
You
to.
bounce.
Yeah.
We're gonna bounce because I got.
no, you
buddy
stay
downstairs.
right where the fuck you are.
Yeah, I'll
you
stay where I
son of a
am.
bitch. Yeah.
You know how much I love all of you people, including all the people in the chat. You make our lives wonderful.
All
I
right,
love this
all right.
community. James, thanks for allowing me to come in and visit tonight. Really do appreciate it. We'll hopefully everybody can tune in.
I want to get you on my pod one of these nights.
Absolutely, brother. So tomorrow, 2 p.m., we're going to be live on the stream, 2 to 6. So we're a 4-hour podcast. Anybody wants to pop in, by all means, let us know. We'll bring you on in. We're good to go.
Yeah,
See you
I'll
then.
DM you. I want to jump in for sure.
Absolutely, brother. Thanks
Good
again,
to see you,
James.
buddy.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks, Paul.
Appreciate it. buddy.
Take care, man. So there's a couple of people in the green room, and first of all, oh wow, there's lots of people showing.
Yeah.
James,
Okay.
you got like the best Friday night pod on the planet, bro.
You really do.
Oh,
like this is like
You really do,
the
man.
this is how the call-in show
Yeah.
goes. So
I love this.
And then bam.
Who do we got?
We got David Wallace. And we got Jen Waddell.
Well, hello,
that's Jen
lady.
Waddell. Turn your mic on,
Ellen.
Jen. There you are.
Turn my mic on. Shit, can you hear me?
Now we can
Jen,
hear
we're
you.
gonna work on your background. It's that monkey
Oh,
shit.
I'm
green
in
is
my
dated.
bed. Give me a break.
That monkey shit green is dated.
That's a really sick burn. We moved into this house when I was 8 months pregnant with twins. So we've been a little busy.
Okay, I'll shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck. This is my bed. Like nobody's looking at the paint in here. Don't worry.
I saw your question.
And also joining us is David Wallace,
Yeah.
Hi, David.
our buddy Dave. Hi, Dave.
Hey,
How you
David.
doing, guys? Sorry, James, I forgot. I was only joking about the link. I smoked a massive joint. I turned it on and it looked like you were having so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Glad
it
you're here.
was. And then we have Joe Morin. What's up,
Hey,
buddy?
how you doing? Not bad.
Hey,
Not
Joe.
bad. I was hoping Paul was still here. I still had stripper stories for him.
Well, we're still here.
Stripper
He's not the
stories.
only audience for stripper stories, you know?
This one
Just
was on
cycling
with
in the stripper stories.
Yeah,
Stripper
yeah.
story away.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I was mentioning is that especially around the Ottawa area, and when
Hey, what happened?
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Enough of that already. Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Ryan. That
You're
woke me
welcome.
up. Yeah. So when it comes to the Quebec area, La Belle Province, if it starts with the word club and ends with a number, it's going to be horrifying, but a good story.
Like it
Okay.
puts the horror in horrifying kind of thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, and yes to all that.
Most exciting sounds in the world are.
Breakfast is served, lunch is served, dinner.
No. The gurgle of a bong, the click of a switchblade, and the moan of a satisfied whore.
Go on.
So, my first experience in a strip joint was a young lad, was in a place that started with the word club and ended with a number. In Aylmer, in Gatineau. And the girls were interesting, but I think the most interesting fact there was the nice girl was there who was part of a mother-daughter duo.
Oh,
I kid you not.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that.
That's the story you need to top.
That's gross.
All right.
That's
Goodbye,
okay.
Joe.
Like,
Joe got
my
it.
dad is a huge stripper goer. That's why I
He
became
just made me
involved.
picture a mother and daughter. I'm sorry. I can't allow that. Sorry, Joe. I love you, buddy, but I can't allow that. Okay, go ahead.
Oh my
Jake.
God.
That's too much.
The,
I visualize this shit.
Where
man.
was
I
this?
can't do
Dunville?
Dunville.
Oh,
It was an Elmer.
That is a
well,
niche
it's
reference, right?
That's not far from fucking Dunville, just so you know. It's like maybe an hour and a half.
That's far.
I feel ripped off,
Three
James.
countries in
How
Europe.
come I can't come on these podcasts? Like everything's got to be death, murder,
Serious,
chase. This
yeah.
is fun.
You're
This
here,
is good.
David. Welcome. Hello.
Thank you.
I'm glad
this
you're
is,
here,
This is
Dave.
fun. This
You
is
need
awesome.
nights
Hang
like
out.
this, David. You can't keep going on with just
David,
what you
David,
do.
you have David probably has a stripper story that includes a terrorist cell. You know, like David.
So he was stripping for Ahmadinejad, and
Oh my god!
turns out he's closeted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That explains the hair, at least.
As long as somebody likes me.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Hi, Jen. You were going to say something about 10 minutes ago?
No, I wasn't. I honestly, God, it's so embarrassing. I have no stripper stories. I have never been in a strip club
Are you
in my whole life.
vomit emoji? Vomit
Good for you.
emoji.
Are you serious?
It makes me. The thought of it makes me feel sick.
Oh God, you're such a prude.
I know. Oh no, it has nothing to do with being a prude. It has to do with being like incredibly empathetic, and I just feel terrible.
What if they
Yeah,
really
we
did?
tried though. We were in Montreal. Our apartment was being renovated and decorated and stuff. So off we went to Montreal for 5 days. And my friend Julie grew up in Montreal, and she was like, "Please, just promise me you're going to go and have one drink at Super Sex." And I was like, "I will try." So I was very brave. And my husband, we walked up, and he was like, he just stopped, and I was like, "What's happening? Come on, we're doing this." And he was like, "Here's what's going to happen when we walk in there with you." And he outlined exactly how I was going to react to everything inside a strip club, because obviously he's been inside a strip club. And he was like, "And I would rather not deal with that. We're having a lovely night. Let's go wander around and see what else we can get up to. And we'll smoke a little J and like get a bottle of wine and go back to the hotel." And I was like, sold.
Maybe there'll
So
be naked
still,
people just hanging around the street. You know,
Or
the
in the
thought
hotel.
of paying like a 2-drink minimum to look at naked people. I'm not a prude. I was a choreographer for a burlesque show, like a burlesque troupe here in the city
burlesque
in
is
the
so hot, though.
2010s. It's a whole other vibe.
Is
It's
it,
very
though?
different. The art of the tease and stuff, it is very different. And I stage managed for them and stuff. And it's not about the nudity or anything else. It's the aesthetic of it for me. And I'm not judging anybody
No
else
shit,
or wrecking
you're
anybody's
not.
yums, you know?
So
Jen,
don't
go back
tell
to
you
the nudity
how I
part.
ended up
We
on
just came
stage.
back.
The nudie part. I got nothing. I've never been
No,
in
no,
it.
no,
I've
I'm
never
kidding,
been
I'm
into the
kidding, I'm
nudie
kidding.
bar. Guys or girls, I've never been inside, and I'm okay with it.
James has only been inside once or twice.
Inside what?
I
Nudie
worked,
bars?
I
Oh,
worked at
Jimmy.
one for 2 years. I am the
No.
only midget male.
Oh, we're
stripper
talking about the
in
bar.
Canada.
I'm sorry.
It's cool. Yeah. Yawn, boring. Christy, how are you doing? Did you dye your hair, girl?
Actually, I darkened it a little bit about a month ago, and you were the first person to notice.
I noticed
Like
everything.
even people who see me.
See these
Nice
bangs?
shoes.
I was going
Nice
through
shoes,
something.
girls. Nice shoes.
But it looks
okay?
way better than it did before. You look a million times better. You look fantastic. It's you.
You looked great before. I love this too. It's great. Change your hair, change your life. Do it. It's good. I hope you're okay. I'm not trying to pry. I was like, I'm noticing something different. I haven't seen you since like September.
Mm-hmm.
I
How you
literally
doing?
never saw your hair before, not once, but it looks fantastic now.
Looks great, right?
It's
oh my
great.
God, coming from you, David, that's a huge thing, guys. I mean, you know, like
How's
I
mine,
just
David?
complimented someone else on their hair. That's like Nas saying you're a good rapper. Like,
how's mine, David?
That's very true.
I'm
David
just lazy.
has quite the mane. I feel
It's
like
true.
I'm the only one with my hair up.
Guys, do you
When
feel
I
that?
quit doing my work, I just decided to let my hair grow.
Guys, do you feel that? It's the podcast dying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should
No, it's
go.
not your
I'll
fault.
go.
No. It's run its
No,
course.
I came on because it was so much fun. You guys were having a blast. I mean, that's
No one
Yeah, I know,
ruined it,
and you
guys.
didn't get a chance to talk, and now that James is too stoned, he wants to go to bed. So he
You know
wants
what'd be
to
Oh my
awesome?
everybody
goodness,
else,
that's
even though
like
everybody else is
wow.
having a
Oh,
great
God.
time.
If I just left my own show in your capable hands, I would totally do that. I'm
I
tired.
could do that.
I'm tired. All right.
All right.
We'll see how that goes. If you get me canceled, I'm gonna get really upset.
Let's try and cancel a podcast.
All right, I'm about
James,
to
you're
remove-
not worried. You're not worried about any of this stuff or anybody following you, right? I mean, it's all cool, and I'm going to assure you, the brethren, nobody's probably there. But when you start talking about the Sherman stuff, you're fucked.
Yeah,
they're going to send people for sure. Sweet
the
dreams.
anniversary of the Sherman murders. This
Sure
Is
is.
it really? How long
this
has
week.
it been?
It's been 5 years.
They December
5
of
years.
2017.
Yeah. So 5 years.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. All right.
Sweet dreams.
Bye, James.
He's literally just leaving his own show. I guess it's just us guys.
We're in charge.
But now, like,
Dad
the urge
left.
to misbehave, right? Dad, left. So,
left.
like, what are we gonna do? Like,
Let's wreck the joint.
Yeah,
we won't
that's
keep
okay.
it going too much longer. I figured 2 hours is probably
yeah, I just
good.
wanted to pop in and say hi.
I'm glad you did. Yeah, this is the first time we've actually talked, Jen. This is nice.
It's nice to talk to you, right?
It's nice to actually see you too. And I haven't seen David in this form in a long time, so it was nice to see him.
Great to be on something that's a little bit lighter. I mean, but when
There's Joe again.
I heard you guys talk about Alberta, I had to laugh my ass off. I mean, wow. I mean, I know that it was going to be a disaster, but did anybody really believe she would provide this much comic gold?
No.
I mean, really.
No, and you know who actually has a perfect analogy for it is not even an analogy. It's just a timeline prediction. Is Lachlan Cross, and Lachlan's been talking about Danielle Smith ever since she literally took power in Alberta, and he said everybody else in this weird phase of I'm gonna dip my toe into that extreme right side. Kind of dips it in and then takes it back, dips it in, gets the dog whistles out, gets the support, and then reels it back in. She's full giver, man. She just keeps the pedal to the mat and just keeps going and doubles down on every single fucking thing she says.
It's you know what's crazy? What's crazy is she's literally turning Alberta into a banana republic. And it's like we're sliding into anarchy led by Harpo Marx. It's incredible.
I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to what's happening in the last 24 hours in Ontario, but Doug Ford has literally just noticed in the way that our provincial, I don't even know what you call it, articles, constitution of the province, he doesn't have to have support. We've all just done it on a gentleman's agreement or like a cordial agreement on how we appoint Ontario, like provincial Supreme Court judges. He can appoint them writ large, just do it himself without any sort of anything. And they're talking about doing it now. And Doug Ford wants to just appoint the next Supreme Court judge in Ontario.
Hang on a second.
Once Danielle Smith gets a whiff of this,
oh shit, we're fucked.
You guys are on your own.
When are we not fucked?
I just want to point out Doug Ford is doing every single thing that people have been yelling about Justin Trudeau doing.
Yeah.
Appointing judges, he's done it.
Yeah.
Taking money away from social programs and being basically tyrannical in regards to passing laws like by suspending the Constitution. Doug Ford's doing it. Done it.
Yeah.
And yet everybody's happy with him.
I tweeted out a Toronto Star article today, and if you follow me on Twitter and you're interested in what I'm talking about, just go back in my timeline like 5 or 6 tweets, and you'll see it about Doug Ford and the judges. It's absolutely terrifying to know that this is actually a thing that we can do here. It's almost like we didn't even. It's because we've always been so polite in this country when it comes to politics, even partisan politics. Now it's getting to the point where the gloves are off. We're doing party politics like they do in the States, and now we're finding those loopholes and those gaps in our own laws that we need to fix. And Duck Board's going to take advantage of it. Yeah.
And it's a very effective technique too against people like me who are then just going to be like, "Oh my god, I can't watch this." You know what I mean? It's like a car wreck. Like I can't look at it anymore. I also like work at the mall and it's Christmas and like life is busy right now and stuff like that too.
That's a fucking disaster on its own.
Stronger than me.
What they're doing is akin to a break and enter.
Yeah, smash and grab.
Yeah, I mean, they come in and they've brought their politics from south of the border, but more importantly, they've also brought their extremist religious fundamentalism and these sects that aren't really churches. They're more like investment vehicles. And these people have been pushing, across our border because it's good business. And that's what it comes down to. You don't have to look much further than Ontario, where they're literally parceling it off to mobbed up developers.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely correct.
Ontario feels very much less about, at least from within Ontario, it feels less about like the religious aspects to it, and a lot more about what can we make a buck off of? What can we exploit? Or, can we chop up that green belt any faster and get some housing on there? We'll sell it off as like, we're solving the housing crisis, but no, we're going to be selling the $1 million to $2 million home as future investments for you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely crazy.
Yep.
Absolutely crazy.
Casual Friday.
As long as our overlords let us do it.
Before we go though, before we go though, I want to plug David. David, when is the fix starting? I'm fucking stoked.
I'm just waiting on a piece of equipment, microphone, and once that's gone, we're ready to go. Anytime next week, hopefully towards Wednesday, I would think we're going to be on, and it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Also looking forward, we sent off the edited Klondike papers. I got rid of all the duels and things that went nowhere and added a little commentary, and that's going to Kindle Direct Publishing and print by demand on Amazon, and let people kind of make sense of it.
That's great. That's really great. If you ever do an audio version and you need some people to do some voice work, you have our number. We will totally help you out any day.
I can maybe do some French for you.
There you go. If you want to translate it.
Absolument.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Monsieur Morin can take care of that for us, for sure. Christy, any final words before we end the podcast? You want to tell us anything? Anything you got to plug? Anything you want to talk about?
No, I got nothing. Except I need your address so I can mail you that whiskey, because I don't think Chris is taking it.
Chris isn't going to take it. Yeah.
He said he's taking a carry-on. You can't take a full bottle of whiskey on a carry-on.
Oh, that's probably why. I thought he got free baggage as an army guy.
He said he doesn't do baggage if he can help it.
He is baggage. He's like the literal human embodiment of baggage.
I'm going to try. Well, I'm going there tomorrow, and they used to have like little Christmas party pack things. And if I can get a small one, I'll at least get that in a suitcase.
Jen, what about you? You got anything to plug?
Okay, so I'm drinking water out of a Blackballed mug. So I'm gonna whore the merch for a second, okay? So
Some
obviously it's a great
merch.
mug. Some Blackballed merch, okay?
Why not? Visit JeanLundell.com and see the
I'm going to
merch
get
store.
you as much merchandise as I can. You can hawk it for me.
No, because we should buy the merch and support the content creators who've given us so many hours of entertainment, okay?
David is about to embark on. It's going to be fantastic. Make sure you keep your eyes open for the
buy
pics.
your merch, bud. Okay, because this mug, I have giant hands for a girl, especially, but in general,
Man
like my
hands?
husband and I can. I don't have.
Is it like Seinfeld man hands, Jen? I'm sorry.
I'm 5'10". Okay, I'm a big.
Oh, so you're,
person,
yeah.
so
My mom was 5'10". Same thing. My mom's had like size 9 shoe. I get it.
I wear like a size 11 since I had kids because my feet spread out when I was pregnant and never went back. It's the worst. Okay, you know who else has a size 11 shoe? Paris Hilton. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah, she does. She's got huge feet.
Yeah, because she's a huge person. We're very tall. Okay, I'm very sturdy. It's fine.
Exactly.
So,
5'10" is a very, very tall, very, very tall, very tall.
So
see, that's 18
okay?
hookahs here. Yeah, I'm fucking.
Are you drinking?
I don't even know how I'm gonna end the show. I like the tech part of it.
We're all just gonna leave.
Hopefully.
So
Just gonna turn off the power.
I love this mug. Okay, see this? This is like
can
a whole
walk out.
hand full of mug. It is like at least a grande situation.
They
Buy
are.
the mugs, guys.
Oh, look,
They're awesome. I got it in like
I've
2
got-
days.
I've got one exactly the same. It's the Sheeple Shepherd mugs from our old
Cheers.
podcast. They're the same size. They're actually like fantastic size mugs.
It's my favorite mug. It's like, where's
with
my mug?
Fucking bear paws can fit all 4 fingers in that mug. Like it's crazy.
So if you have somebody you love who has giant hands, this is the mug.
Thank you for everybody for being an adult when I said I could fit all 4 fingers in it.
Oh God!
I
All right,
trust
Don't
I'm
ask
gonna
us
go
what
to
we're
bed.
thinking.
Night, everybody. It's good to
Good night,
see you
guys.
all. Hang in there, Christy. Mwah.
It was good to see everybody here, and thank you all for joining us on Blackballed Casual Friday. I think that's what we call it now. I don't even have James's music. He just left me with nothing, so I guess I'll pipe in some, like, I don't know, Christmas music, something. I don't even know what to do.
Festive
He left me
music would
with
be good.
nothing. No, I got nothing. I got nothing. I don't know what he did. What did you do to me, James?
We have faith, Jay. We have faith. Ron.
Isn't this
you
funny?
can do this.
No, I'm doing this on purpose, just so you know. I'm just trying to. I'm trying for the dead air, Joe. I know I left you guys up inside on the audio.
Right.
I'm trying to make it like
I
we
wanted
don't-
to be the anonymous voice. Just, you know,
You are the
representing your
Someone said
thoughts.
beatbox it.
Well, I'm not beatbox.
I couldn't do it. I don't even know. I wouldn't even know where to start. So yeah. But yeah,
Christmas
his
music would be good.
videos
Something
aren't
nice
like
festive.
hard. Like, normally, like we hard line our stuff into these things, and I guess it's all local on his.
Yeah, just go out with Jimmy
We
snoring.
didn't load into the restream.
What could I? What? No, you know what? What could we do? Maybe I do have something fun. I've got the cruise plug for the candles because tomorrow. Do you know the details on that, Christy? Where that craft
Yeah,
show is,
it's-
where you can get them?
It's in Sherwood Park. I think it's at Festival Place.
Yeah. So Cruise FM is doing a really cool thing. The Locker Room is doing a fundraiser for the Edmonton Food Bank, and Prairie Rose Candle Company is making these ridiculous candles, and Christy has them.
Do you want me to show them?
Could you just real
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
before we end? I was gonna, and I wish I actually should have pulled the video of her actually selling them. She actually did like an unboxing video for Lachlan, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. So it's 3 candles made by this artisan candle maker in Alberta that has partnered up with Cruise FM to do this fundraiser for the Edmonton Food Bank, and they all personalized 3 candles for the guys from the Locker Room, from Lachlan Cross, Grant Johnson, and James P. White, who you just saw. So Lachlan smells like beer.
Shocker.
Grant
Comes as a
smells
Walker.
like fried chicken. And Jimmy smells like the Den of Sadness, which is Jimmy's apartment.
Yeah. So
Okay.
get
I want to ask a question, but I don't want the answer.
So Get
can
Lit
answer it.
is locks, right?
Get lit is locks. It smells like beer foam.
Really, it does. Your video, I watched your unboxing, and I wish I would have grabbed it. But bring us through them. Let's do a live
Okay.
mock unboxing, a faux unboxing.
You're gonna make me sniff them again? I'm not.
I'm
well, I
gonna
can
make
tell
you do
what
it
they smell
again.
like.
Yeah.
Okay, so the beer one, which beer would you say? Would it be like a nice Canadian beer or like a shitty American, maybe a European?
No,
Would it
No,
be
I
an
would
Walker
say
IPA?
It smells like the
I would
beer,
say-
the mat.
it smells like Coors on tap poured wrongly with a whole lot of head.
And it's been sitting on the ground all day, like on the ground, like the floor in the middle of the stadium, kind of.
No, not that bad. Like from the cup,
Okay.
the foam from the cup,
Okay, it's still kind of fresh.
cheap
All right.
beer.
All right.
Yeah.
Still kind of fresh.
So that's Lachlan's.
Okay.
Grant's is finger wicked good. It smells like chicken, like the almost like a
Like
KFC.
fried chicken?
Yeah. Is it like KFC or is it?
Yeah, a little like
you say,
KFC, but no, it's more like KFC, but it's got like a little weird like teriyaki aftermath to it.
Okay. So it's fusion chicken. Okay.
And,
so that's Grant's.
Candle
And then Jimmy's is the Den of Sadness and the Candle of Sadness. That's right. So what, okay. And in your most like, the most connoisseur way you can, I want you to describe that candle. Try and be positive though. Try not to say anything negative, because we saw your original unboxing video, and if you want to see it, Christy put it out on Twitter, so go follow her. It's at Christy O'Hare, right? So follow Christy on Twitter and go see the original one. But I want you to sell me on this candle. Tell me why I need to buy this candle.
Okay. Well, you're Canadian, so you like hockey.
I do.
Did you play hockey?
I did as a kid. I did.
Okay. So if you imagine leaving your hockey equipment after a game in a car and it freezes, and then you bring it inside to thaw it out in the basement, and then put a container of Parmesan cheese next to it.
Okay. I like Parmesan cheese and I like playing hockey, so I can see the silver lining here.
You can even smell it, even though the can is closed.
It's disgusting. Lachlan's trying to send them home with or send them back to me with Chris when he comes here, and Chris is like, I'll never get through airport security with it in my bag. The dogs won't let me through the airport. So.
When they're in the box together, it's kind of like a medley of all three, so it just kind of smells weird. Not gross, but just weird.
That's gross. So go to 957 cruisefm.ca and check it out. It's right on the homepage. Help the Edmonton Food Bank out. Help these guys get rid of these atrocities, and have a fun gift that you can give away to people you don't like. It'll be okay. Christy, it was great to see you.
This is good to see you too.
And we'll see you very soon, I'm sure. That's it for Blackballed Casual Friday, I guess we're calling it, right? So I don't have James's bed for music, so I'm just gonna play us out with some kind of hip-hoppy Christmas shit, because it's almost Christmas. We'll see you next Friday. I'm sure James has like 18 shows planned for this week. It's like 2 in a day some days. He's a fucking maniac. I don't understand how he does it. Thanks for joining us, and make sure you join us on the Dean Blundell Show Monday to Friday, 3 p.m.-ish Eastern, 4 p.m. We've been doing 4 p.m. a lot lately. It's kind of fun. Watch Twitter. We'll tell you when we're going to be there. For all of us here at Blackballed, the podcast on Friday nights, I'm Brian Lindley. It was good to see you. And James is back.
Blackballed.